Hey everybody, Massmeta84, and welcome to a brand new discussion video. Today we are talking about the brand new I guess it's not really brand new because it's January. Actually, it is brand new. It's like 2 or 3 months.
It's still new.
It's still kind of new. It's like a new year.
Well, we had to wait 5 years for this game. It's still new.
That's crazy. We had to wait 5 years.
Still new.
Bro. That's
only
so
been like
gross.
2 months.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been longer. I don't know.
Well,
Anyways, we're here to talk about Sonic Frontiers. I am not alone, of course. We have Pikachu24 fan, Shad, and SuperIcee.
hi. I don't play Sonic when I'm here. Don't ask questions.
He's a liar. I've seen him play it on Twitch.tv.
Hey, yo, shut up. What are you talking about? Be quiet.
Sonic was a mistake.
It's true.
Wait, that guy backed up his claim. Oh, wait, it wasn't a mistake. He said Sonic wasn't good, and then he retracted his statement because too many Sonic fans held a grudge for over like 5 years.
Well,
Sonic
Yeah,
fans
the
never
IGN
forget.
guy, he backed it, he like walked it back.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. It is quite funny.
Big L for that
Wait,
guy.
did you guys see that video where the IGN guy was like, super, what was it? He was super passive aggressive in a review video because everybody just assumes that everybody in IGN share the same Sonic opinion.
I did not see that.
Okay, I'll share that to you later. I'll share it to you later.
Good. I want to see it.
and they had to go out of their way to clarify. They had to go out of their way to clarify that the dude who said that, like the people who said that, didn't even work there anymore.
Yeah, they don't even work there anymore.
I think they got fired or whatever, like a little bit after that.
Nice.
That's so funny.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of thousands of hardcore Sonic fans cracking their knuckles and getting ready to leave angry comments on IGN videos because Sonic Frontiers is coming out for everything on the 8th, and I'm sure we'll do something to piss them off. Or maybe they're still mad because somebody spoke ill of Sonic on an IGN podcast 7 years ago. Or maybe they haven't gotten over the low review score that Sonic Adventure got 23 years ago. But either way, the Blue Blur is back in an all-new open zone game that's basically on everything.
But anyways, this will be spoiler heavy, so if you care about spoilers, leave now.
Okay,
Here's a
bye.
Spoiler, the end.
Yeah, literally the end.
You won't understand that.
You won't understand it unless you play the game.
That's funny.
But yeah, just like every other Sonic game, pre-release is quite the roller coaster, and this one had quite a roller coaster indeed. So, what were you guys thinking of the game going into it? Were you excited? Were you scared? Did the internet, Twitter, and stuff influence you? What were you guys thinking?
I was excited because I have a bunch of friends who are just like, I hate Sonic, and I just wanted to see their tears when it was bad.
Wow, you're crazy. You're insane, dude.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're
But
not.
No, I am. I'm just kidding. But like the thing is that pre-release, it was probably like scary for a lot of people because I remember that trailer that they
Weren't
out.
showing much.
Yeah, they weren't showing much. Plus the fucking physics for the railing, like everyone was making a big deal about that. And I was just like, oh no.
You
They're going
reminded
to
me.
retrace their
Uh,
IGN. Love
You
to see
reminded
it.
me of that meme of the Windows 95 background and people were putting random rails to make fun of the game.
That was quite the time.
Bro, really, all they need is for these rails to have support beams and it wouldn't have been as bad. Make them feel like they're supposed to be there.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
You're saying the ancients had technology like that?
Yo, these
Got
ancients got some old new technology going on. But we'll get into
Lame
that
as fuck.
later. But yeah, like Pika said, they weren't showing anything. I believe the first trailer came out late 2021, and then they were quiet until like June. And
Yeah.
when we got something in June, it wasn't even from the Sonic channel. It's from IGN, funny enough. It circles back to them every time. Let's just say the gameplay that they showed off wasn't very good. So,
Who would have guessed?
yeah,
Wonder-
we got a lot of
Wonder
people.
real.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I feel like all of that was really just overblown.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I mean, it's the internet.
It-
Everything's
it's-
overblown.
like when I was like watching all that gameplay shit, it's like it had me curious because like you don't usually see like this with Sonic, and then yes, the gameplay itself was like on the slow side for a character that's supposed to be about speed
Hmm.
and shit, and it looked like a hella fucking stiff because, like I said, they're trying to show shit off. But like it didn't have me like everybody else was like on Twitter and shit, just saying like this game's just going to be the worst thing of all fucking time.
Okay, yeah. The people doing that were like out of line. Like for me, it was just like, oh, okay. I was like, this can work, but man, this looks freaking empty right now because all the objects were also turned off.
Yeah, I
Makes
was
sense, yeah.
I was cautiously optimistic. I'm sure you
Very
guys
cautious.
haven't heard that word
Very
before.
cautiously optimistic.
Very cautious.
Yeah.
That's the life of a Sonic fan, being cautious all the time, huh?
Yeah. Like,
That sucks.
you guys are right. The people who are over the top, they're kind of dumb. On the other hand, though, to play a little bit of devil's advocate, Sonic Forces, that marketing was pretty bad. Like, they barely showed anything, and the few things
There
they
was
did
marketing?
show...
No, there wasn't.
And the few...
Like,
Like,
Forces had marketing.
I mean, like the marketing was so bad that we got new Sonic Forces footage in a Nintendo Direct, and it was just classic Sonic running through like a sand green hill. So that's how bad the marketing was.
Wow,
Bad.
revolutionary.
I barely remember Forces marketing.
Good. Good. It was a
Again,
terrible
there was
time.
marketing?
I just remember like every now and then they show it off a stage, and then there was like a CAC thing, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. But afterwards, like as months went by, the marketing, they got a lot more confident, thank God, and they were actually showing stuff. And
Wait, we forgot one thing.
what did I forget?
What's that?
We forgot all of the demo stuff. When
Oh,
when everybody
right.
had to like look through 144p.
Yeah, the demo stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot what
Oh my
convention.
That
or-
was over. That was fun because it was fun just
Yeah,
looking through
looking
all
looking through the footage and looking for something new. I do remember when people showed off the Sonic dance when he got a Chaos Emerald, and everybody's like, "Yo, he's so expressive!" It was like he's doing the dance when he gets the emerald and the music. I did like that. It reminded me of like Ultimates days when people would bring their phones to like the malls to like get as much footage as possible. To get like top
Oh.
players playing to be like person A versus person B, and then you look at the actual video, it's just webcam mic or phone mic or
Yeah.
camera.
I remember doing that a couple times, recording my friend playing a free-for-all match or something. It's fun. Good times.
Yeah, but I did play a big part in Frontier's like build up, because a lot of people were saying like, "Yo, the voice direction is different," and people were saying they found Big at random places, and everybody's trying to
Yes!
get footage.
Best
Oh,
character!
I remember somebody got like as far as to like fucking Knuckles because of like some bug the demo had.
Yeah, it was like
That's
the time
crazy.
limit like kept like the auto save going or something. I think was what was happening during the demo. So someone had made it to freaking Knuckles already.
That's crazy. That's pretty far.
Yeah.
Let's go!
It's funny because they fixed that in the actual demo they released like not too long ago.
Yeah, they released a demo a few weeks ago. I think.
So like apparently like was it? I think like if you do like the skip, you can do like get to like the first boss like really quickly. It
Mhm.
crashes once you get to Supersonic.
Ah,
Oof.
That's bull. 0 out of 10. How dare they?
so yeah,
But yeah.
there was a lot more better trailers. The last one that they made, the one with like the supersonic thumbnail and all, that was crazy. I'm like, okay, now I'm really looking forward to this game now, because they had that crazy song and like supersonic like fighting a giant titan. It was too good.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Although, there's people who like got to play, like went to, what was it, Los Angeles or something, or I don't know, to play the
I think
demo for like an hour?
Hawaii.
Hawaii, okay,
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii.
Like, did people upload it after or before it was released? I remember seeing that. I just don't remember if it was out by then. Like Alfred doing it and stuff.
I think it was
Some people were
Before.
before.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was
Okay.
before, like a day
because
or
there was
two.
like an embargo thing before they could actually like release their like full thing
Mhm.
on it.
Gotcha. Well, the stuff I seen there was pretty interesting. I thought it looked pretty good for what it was.
Yeah.
So it hyped those people up quite a bit.
I know this is kind of story related, but something else that was pre-release was that Knuckles prologue thing or preview. I mean, that was beautiful. I almost shed a tear watching that. It was beautiful.
See, them putting the work into the animation is like the best part of the marketing team.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And it's gonna stay that way forever.
I
mean, to be fair, there are actually TV commercials for Frontiers, which is something Forces never got. So,
Yeah.
Oh, it had one.
I mean, there are multiple Frontiers though.
True.
Boys were confident in this game.
Yeah, aside from that, from pre-release, obviously, it's, you know, people, the Sonic cycle, but aside from those guys, shoot, I lost my train of thought already.
Sonic is
Oh,
overwhelming.
I remember. Guys, whatever happened to Sonic Rangers? Everybody was talking about it. It disappeared when Sega said it was Frontiers. What happened? Did they cancel a game?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
It doesn't exist no more.
It's very
Oh.
petty. It's very petty of me, but I like to make fun of leakers when they're completely wrong. So
I mean, the
To be
Rangers
fair,
thing,
they weren't
the Rangers
wrong,
thing
though.
wasn't wrong. They
they were
weren't
wrong
wrong.
That
about the
wasn't
name.
wrong.
They were wrong
No,
about the
that
name.
was the fucking what's it called name?
the beta name.
It was like the
Yeah,
tentative
that was
title.
the beta. That was the
Yeah.
beta name before it got like switched. Cause like
People
That's it.
said what the window that was running on it for like the one demo, like the first one, actually
yeah,
had
the
Rangers
Summer
on it.
Games Fest had Rangers.
Ah, I see. Got you.
Interesting
Oh, yeah,
lore.
speaking of all that, speaking of leakers, actually, I actually like all pre-release. It was just me looking at leaks. the
Oh, yeah,
entire
It's
way
crazy how accurate some of those were. I'm actually shocked.
Yeah, I remember you guys were talking about skill tree, and that's in the game.
through.
So
Super accurate. Some of them were,
That's crazy.
but
that was Nintendo.
One of 'em-
That guy would be in a dumpster somewhere, like dead.
one of the most main ones I think is what Zippo or whatever, who had like some stuff in there. I remember I was on a Discord chat about it. He was talking about it too.
A leaker was
And,
just
like-
in the open talking about it.
He was just talking about it.
That's
And he was
crazy.
like going over and over about like on how I guess the game was gonna be shit or whatever or some shit.
Classic.
Like he was going on and on about like how the game was like gonna be shit and like you should like temper your expectations or whatever. And I like think about that like almost every time because I'm like, it didn't really go the way he thought it would, did it?
It didn't. It
Nope.
didn't.
He was wrong.
Yeah, because this game got a lot of people who like I watch from like streamers to YouTubers who don't really play Sonic to them trying this game out and saying that it's good. So that's a big plus for the franchise. So good for them.
Good
How
for
can
them
they keep
indeed.
this up?
That's the
Hopefully.
question. Hopefully we keep this up.
We've done the song and dance before.
Well,
Hopefully
yes, we
everybody's
have.
watching carefully.
Yes, we have. This Sonic dance like 12 bajillion times.
History repeats itself, so probably will here.
Yeah.
But at least you guys get like one good game, right?
I mean, it seems like they're learning.
Yeah, it does seem like they're learning this time. Hopefully this time, I know everybody says this all the time, but hopefully this time will be different and they learned something.
This one needs to stick.
That would be nice.
I need this one to stick.
I really do.
Guess we'll see. All you can do is wait.
Yeah. So, anything else pre-release that you can think of before we hop into the meat and potatoes?
Us learning Ian Flynn was writing for this.
I popped off!
I also popped off.
I was waiting for this for years.
Who? Just kidding.
How dare you? You take that back.
There wasn't a Hooters collab. This game sucks.
Where's my Hooters?
See, this is the thing
God.
Forza's had that
Where's
Forces
the Roost
got
the Bat
bitches.
cameo?
Frontiers didn't.
Forces didn't even do anything with it.
Where's the Hooters Island? Where's the pedestal for it? We gotta
Gone.
find it.
Gone. It's gone.
Forces didn't even do anything with it. Oh my gosh.
They did if you believe.
We
They
don't
didn't do
believe though.
enough. They didn't do enough.
Non-believers, where you at?
Hayden, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I guess it's time for gunplay,
Yep.
gameplay.
Alright, so we're gonna start this with an open-ended question and then we'll just snowball from there. So, what do you guys feel playing this game? Like, what did you like, what did you dislike?
Like I can actually move Sonic in all 8 directions and not control like a fucking tank while walking forward.
So true! So true! That feels so good. No, we hate Tank Sonic around here.
You like fast Sonic? Got him fast.
And for those who
fast.
don't know what tank controls is, it's like, it takes forever to just turn around, which he doesn't do. here, which is nice.
God bless.
It makes
What, you don't
sense.
like the memes of Sonic actually being a car because we can tune him in this game?
Oh yeah, he does have a meter.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
That's also neat. The little control sliders too. Do it to your own will.
Yeah. When I booted up this game for the first time, I didn't like how he was controlling, so I had to like spend half an hour configuring the options to find something that I actually enjoyed. So that took a bit, but once I figured out what I wanted, it felt good.
I just picked the fast option, and it was fine, so I just stuck with it.
I feel sorry for anybody who picked the action style.
Is that the slower one?
Yeah, it's a slower
That's the
one.
slower one. That's the one that makes like your boost like stupid slow.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Why did they even add that? It seems kind I guess for
For
the
people
newcomers.
who
But-
for people who suck at going fast.
Yeah.
just tell them to just get good.
I mean,
Like, what do you do?
to be fair, I don't blame them for doing that because I'll see like reviews from past Sonic games for people saying like, "Oh, Sonic's too fast and I can't control him," but you'll have like Sonic fans like being like, "Herder, get good, El Bozo. Obviously, you're not good at the game." But like, at least the options for everyone, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
Skill issue. It really is a skill issue.
It is a skill issue,
Yeah.
but you know, we gotta everyone,
We're all toxic.
everyone.
Toxic.
No, I don't actually read it that way. It's good. I like accessibility options. I'm glad they're there.
True.
Yeah,
True.
it is nice to have it there. As for the general gameplay itself, I think it's okay. I mean, Sonic does like Sonic controls fine, but as for like the combat and stuff, I mean, I don't know. From what I've seen, I didn't ever get the Sonic Boom ability, but it felt like people were just spamming that 90% of the time. It feels
Yeah.
kind of like overused and kind of
What?
boring.
The kick shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
the
kick
kick.
shit.
Well, yeah, because it was broken as fuck.
Yeah,
Well, is broken as fuck.
it is broken.
It's broken.
I agree
Like-
with that.
It practically annihilates like just about all the enemies.
But then at that
Almost.
The
point,
thing is, you can combo it with the other finisher, so you can like stomp into like Sonic Boom, and that thing will just like kill almost anything.
True.
It makes like I think like a bunch of them like a bunch of enemies I think like obsolete for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah. One thing I don't like about Sonic Boom is the camera angle
Sonic
it sticks
Boom.
you in. Oh, I hate that franchise. Anyways,
The
the
show is good.
yeah, that was good.
the show's good, but like I couldn't fully enjoy it because I was bitter at that time. But anyways,
Understand.
Go back unbitter.
maybe if I go back and watch it now that like Sonic's a different place, maybe I'll appreciate it more. But like when that was Sonic Boom,
They
was,
already
like, the
killed
only
Boom.
they already did kill it. Yeah, thank goodness. At least the games anyway. Rip the show though.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I kind of didn't like how you're stuck in like one camera angle. Like it was rare to happen, but like I need the camera angle to be different. But I'll shoot a Sonic Boom and then the camera will get all jittery and stuff, and it's like, oh, okay. But it gets the job done.
Yeah.
It kills them.
It does. It does.
It kills them.
It does. But you know, overall, I think I don't know. I didn't get too far into the game, so maybe there's more skill tree options to make the combat more interesting. But you know, it just seemed kind of like regular, like spam button until you win. And that's
However, real,
basically
it doesn't get any much more.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
just the thing about the combat is that like it does what it does.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
the more you unlock, it's just more flashy. That's really it.
Okay.
It's more flashy. It doesn't get too unique. Like, for example, if you hold Y during a combo, you do a cyclone kick. I don't see it being, like, any different than, like, spin slash. They're, like, both, like, rotating attacks.
They ran out of ideas. Oh no.
Yeah, and, like, obviously, like, cross slash isn't something that you get, like, super late in the game. Like, you know, Cloud Side B. But,
Perfect. Love it.
yeah, cross slash is, like, a better Sonic Boom. Basically.
Yeah, stronger,
Okay.
better, and
Stronger.
you move around.
And you move around with it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just like kind of a lot of repeats, like Wild Rush and Loop Kick. I don't see the point of using one over the other. They just do the same thing.
I found Wild Crash very fucking awkward to use sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I would try to use it and just wouldn't activate. For like
Or I think with like some of the moves in this game is like since some of them are like mapped to the same button sometimes, you'll like end up doing like you'll end up like canceling one into the other or canceling that one into another one.
I hate that. Yeah,
So Sonic will just be stuck there doing the fucking animation.
it's a shame too. It's a shame too because like all the way back in like Adventure and Adventure 2, right? It's like why do you have the slight speed dash map to the bounce bracelet? But like in this game, we have more buttons, and they are using more buttons, but we're still having those same issues. Like sometimes I'll try to air boost and then home an attack to reach an enemy, but it will do the homing shot, and then I'm like, oh, there goes all my momentum, down I go.
That's just because you were holding X. Or whatever button.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just a whole X, bro.
Like the problem with it is that like, you just hold like if you hold that button for too long, then it just registers it like you're still doing that, and then it'll do the move. Because I've had moments where I think I've like held the jump button for too long trying to homing attack somebody, and I end up doing spin slash.
Ah, I see.
Lame.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me too.
It's not like the worst. Like combat ain't the worst, but like
It's just
it needs to. If they ever gonna
needs
do it
tuning.
again, it just needs some tuning. That's it.
Yeah.
Tuning.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes
Which
sense.
is why we have mods.
Yeah,
True.
I just think
Oh,
you.
man.
I just think you shouldn't have any combos like attached with the boost button. Because like the boost button's like the main thing you're gonna move around with, right?
Yeah, but I feel like some things can be cool with that if it like worked well. But I mean, it's hard because it's the same button, right? So that would mess things up.
Although I will say, I wish some of the animations were like nicer for the attacks. Excuse me. Oh, I love
You have mods.
I love recoveries. Okay, mods is like the cheating answer, okay? Like
Not cheating.
it's
It's
cheating.
not cheating.
It's
The
cheating.
community is doing the work.
It's-
They're doing God's
It's
work.
cheating.
Yeah.
Isn't-
They made
is-
Wild Crash not spawn you halfway across the map just for him to do zigzags.
Isn't Sonic Frontiers? We hired this guy. Isn't this technically a modded game already because we hired this guy?
No.
No, we're not realism. We're gonna go super realism yet.
But anyways,
Oh, God.
recovery
Oh my gosh.
recovery smash. It reminds me of like Sonic Sat AM's like spin attack, and I love it.
Yeah.
And I love Phantom Rush too because it's like, yo, Sonic's going so fast, he's punching you like 12 different times. I'm over here, now I'm over here.
Reminds me of I think like a punching show, like no, like not like wasn't there like an anime with a boxer that would like do that? Like so I forget what it was, but yeah, sounds cool.
I was like, do you realize how little that narrows it down?
Yeah, okay, I know.
I mean,
Several.
that seems the main that one that's really popular. I know there's like one. Not like everybody knows.
It's the popular one. I just remember seeing the guy around where he would like do some technique where he like basically punches you like 12 different times before in like a blink of a second. It's basically like that. So that's cool. I never seen it before because I didn't get to that point. But once I get there, I'll be like, I'll appreciate it. In other news, Cyberspace sucks. Play big. That's it. That's all you need to know about Cyberspace. I'm just kidding.
Alright, are we getting into this now?
Yeah, just get into it
I
now.
feel like I got a lot to say about this.
Just
Alright,
let it.
let's
it's
rip
part
off the
game one.
Band-Aid.
Just go off. Just go off, dude.
Control
Yeah.
F.
Okay.
The end.
So for those that didn't know, we learned about this pretty early on. The freaking cyberspace. It was like, alright, the leaks were trying to write about this too somehow, which was hilarious, but Sonic basically going through past levels because it's supposed to be like his memory or whatever.
We'll never get over the Green Hill allegations.
We really won't, cause it's still here, bro. It's
I don't get why y'all
still
think
here.
I really don't understand why y'all think y'all finna escape Green Hill, bro.
I want to
Bro,
That
escape.
is gonna happen.
Do you realize how many different hills that exist in this freaking franchise? Pick
Yes.
something
Only
else,
Green.
dang it.
Only.
No, you're
only
going
Green
to
Hill.
Green
It's
Hill.
only
You're
Green.
going to get Green Hill, and you're gonna like it.
I thought Seaside Hill was supposed to be a replacement. Can we at least go
No.
back to that?
D-side didn't do a good job, bro.
I know we're kind of going into like a bit of story territory for this, but it's crazy how like the cyberspace levels, right? Most of them are from like SA2, Generations, and Unleashed. Yet they're using like Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Sky Sanctuary, and Random City stage, and then that's it. There's like no other aesthetics.
Can we talk about Random City? Like, where are we pinpointing?
What adventure has Sonic gone through that we haven't seen? I've never seen that place before.
Like, and I don't mind like the digital aesthetic, cause you know what? It looks alright.
It looks nice.
I
It's the
just
best
wish
looking
we
one.
had more than 4 thieves in this game.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
No.
we're taking from Adventure 2 with level design, right? Put some of those thieves in here, bro.
No. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Why
but
can't-
no.
You're not getting that.
Sonic lives in Green Hill. That's his home. He must go back again and again and
But
again.
it keeps moving places, bro.
And where's his
When
house?
are we going back
Where's
to
his
South
house?
Island? Chemical plant. You know what? It's
No.
a freaking plant. You know what?
You know
It
what?
probably has multiple of those.
If I'm gonna
It
be
doesn't
real,
have to exclusively be the one on West Side Island. But how the heck does Green Hill keep leaving South Island, bro?
if I'm going to be honest, I can like let Chemical Plant and Sky Sanctuary slide because like they're not as used as much as Green Hill.
Not yet, anyway. You're right.
Okay, Sky Sanctuary,
You're right.
I fight with.
They're
'cause you know
not
what?
gonna get. It's like
Yeah.
they're not gonna get anywhere near Green Hill's
You're
use.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I don't know. Chemical Plant's gotten close. Remember, both of those were both of the games that released in 2017.
Yeah, Mania and Forces. Jeez.
Green Hill's been
We'll never
More
beat
Green
Valid
Hill.
a lot
I
more.
mean, you're right.
More.
Green Hill has been
even in
destroyed.
other games. Hell, it was
Yeah.
in a fighting. It was in a fighting game that didn't even have Sonic.
Freaking keep
Crazy.
If
God.
you know, you know.
Green Hill just
Oh.
a mainstay always. They just don't know how to stop using it.
I've given up on caring about whatever they fucking use.
That's fair. You get. I'm gonna keep raging about it always.
Okay, you know what? Going on that too, the fact that people were like, I mean, it did kind of feel kind of lazy because it was like, all right, we're using thieves that we've already seen before like a million times, and then also we're using level designs. I'm just kind of like, you know what? If you're gonna bring things back, at least change things up a bit. And then they do that in the game, because it's not all just reused level designs. There are original level designs in Cyberspace.
Yeah, there's original ones.
Yeah.
There's like a.
And you see one as early as 1.3.
Yeah, 1.3 is completely original. It's
I think
the
it's a bunch of the city ones that are original.
Well, yeah, because like most of the last island Cyberspace levels are like original.
there's at least
And I think that's when it actually picks up, because like Cyberspace is bad. It doesn't control well because the controls are different between the open zone and actual Cyberspace. But I think it picks up on that last island because most of the level design is original, and I think they take advantage of the fact that they have to adjust for those controls.
yeah.
Honestly, the more I kept playing, the more I was like, this really doesn't feel that bad.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of it, like, there were like some instances where I was like, okay, that's terrible. But then there was like, okay, it's not the worst, but I can see where the complaint is.
I think you feel it most when you're actually doing levels from SA2, because it's like, it's so wrong there, because like you have camera control in Cyberspace, surprisingly.
I question some of the ones that they chose to bring. Like, who's asking for the drift and the figure 8 one from Unleashed? Who's on
Well,
black?
Me! I'm asking
you know
for
what?
that.
That was you?
At first,
Where do you
I
live?
thought that was Sweet Mount, like one of the Sweet Mount levels, because I thought 1.3 was that too, and then I got to 3.6 to level after that one, and was like, oh no, they're taking Act 2s from Unleashed now.
I feel like they only
Yeah.
did that just because those were like the shorter, gimmicky ones,
Yeah, they
and
were.
this shit's supposed to be.
Also, can we talk about the
all
disparity?
gimmicky.
They freaking abridged City Escape, but no other level from SA2. I find that hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Escape from the city! Escape from the city. Do you feel the rainbow?
Like, my biggest issue with Cyberspace was when I was playing them, it made me wish I was playing Generations instead. Because, like, there's a boost in this game, because I know, like, people like to talk about, oh, what gameplay style Sonic has. Like, this one's obviously boost. You can't even boost in the enemies. You'll just run into them, and then you'll die.
Good, suffer.
I kind of am okay with that, because I was like, part of me was kind of like, well, okay, the boost kind of makes these levels too easy. Where's the challenge?
But on the
It
other
makes
Like,
it
you
less
can just
brain
blow
dead.
through everything. So
But
there's
on the
not-
other hand, the challenge is Cyberspace itself. Here's the controls.
You're right.
I
mean,
just
it's
want
not
to
like you
boost
gotta
that.
do it anyway.
Controls.
You're right. You're right. I do want to talk about that. You don't have to do Cyberspace. Thankfully, the game gives you lots of options to progress the story.
Avoid.
to avoid, because I don't know how you guys played, but on the first island, I would play Cyberspace once, and then I'd be like, sure, cool, and then I'd leave.
Then you play big.
I played big at the end, basically, for the first
okay.
2 islands. The third island, which I'll get into more later, I wanted to interact with that island the least amount of times as possible, so I actually tried to grind Cyberspace levels and find big, so I didn't have to actually, like, get tokens and stuff in Chaos Island, because I really don't like that island.
Nah,
but again, I'll get to that later.
I did them all.
Yeah, I did them all too.
I did them all. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Wait, there was one on the first island I couldn't get to. It's like on the bottom left of the map. It's like kind of isolated. I didn't figure out how to get to there, and I just kind of.
Oh, is it the one that was like there's like 2 little islands isolated?
Yeah, and then like there's a sage thing. I didn't know how to get there. So
Yeah,
Not like
there's
1-7.
There's like a rail. There's like this little thing that you do to like activate these rails,
Yeah.
and that's how you get across to like that one.
I see. I couldn't find it, so I just like said, "Screw it, I'm going World 2."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really easy to miss because it's like right next to some other thing. Well, like I think that little second mini game where you like cutting grass.
All right. Since we're talking about this now, I feel like I should bring this up. Freaking the challenges, the platforming challenges in the open zone. Some of those got really confusing because of partly the draw distance being terrible.
Dude,
But
I never had that problem.
dude, what's crazy about the draw distance for me? Like, it's obviously like bad because you can see the pop in like crazy. But sometimes I feel like it benefits the game when you're looking far away because you don't see like just random rails in the sky. It's like, oh, this place looks pretty, and then you get closer, I'm like, oh, there it is.
I don't know. It's weird though, cause like sometimes it's so apparent. Like if you get like launched and you have like max speed and you're going like super fast, sometimes you'll launch and then things are low, like literally like 2 feet in front of you.
Yeah, you're right. That does happen.
But also, it's like there's also things like Eris where like things are like so high in the sky you can't even tell where like the platforming challenge.
Yeah, I agree. Like sometimes like you'll have springs or random like boost pads, and they'll take you like someplace you didn't think you'd end up going. It's like, how do I get that memory token? It's like in the air.
It's a bit like for Eris for me. I was like, oh, there's this memory token here. All right, how do I get to it? Because this the thing there is not loading to it. I'm like, all right, so where do I start?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I never had that problem.
Oh yeah,
I kind of just ran by most things, and then like, if I see it loaded in, I'm gonna be like, I'm trying to find my way up there one way or another. I'm trying to find my way up there one way or another, even if I don't gotta do it the right way or not. Half the time, I wasn't even doing it the right way. I was doing it from like I'd go off like another like puzzle and just jump off from there and like try to grab that one.
Yeah,
no, that is not how you're supposed to play the game.
No, Sonic, he's so glitchy. Well, not glitchy, but like you can like go flying in so many different ways from the physics that sometimes you just accidentally do something you're not supposed to.
Dude, sometimes when you run on uneven ground, you'll start doing you got a trick prompt. I'm like, what?
Yeah, because it'll like launch them off the ground.
Let me just boost to this area right quick. Oh, well, I guess I'm in the air now from this small, tiny little hill.
But especially on the third island,
bro. There's
like a lot of instances where like I've just been like running, and I just get flying.
That's why I hate that island, bro.
Fair. Sometimes I think Chaos actually needed that, but.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about like progression for those who don't know, because this is an open world. Oh wait, I'm sorry. My notes said something. Open zone game. Open zone.
No,
don't say that. Izuku will be right at your door, bro.
He's already here. No, Izuku, I'm sorry. Please don't put Green Hill the next game. Aw, I'm sorry, guys. I really
Green Hill.
You sabotaged the Green Hill. No.
What is that? You want Green Hill again?
Yeah.
No.
Please let me have it again. I don't got enough of it. I love it. Green Hill best level.
So for Sonic Frontiers, you can kind of do stuff out of order. I say kind of because you do have to get like stuff in order. It's just you can just
they give you a false illusion.
The illusion of you can do what you want, but to an extent you can do whatever you want. So basically, to if you have friends trapped on the islands, right, and you need to free them, you need to get the Chaos Emeralds to go fight the Titan, right? So, to get into cyberspace, you need a portal gear. So, how do you get portal gears? You have to fight Guardians. Beat up people, yeah, fight these Guardians. Before I get any further, what are you guys' thoughts on the Guardians for the ones you've played? Like the mini-bosses?
Boring.
Alright. I think
Most of them are fine, outside of like 2 exceptions.
most of them are fine outside of like I think a few of them where it gets like, okay, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, there's a
And
few...
it's specifically on the last island.
Who would have guessed?
I actually, I enjoy the Guardians. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I feel like, to me anyway, it's like boss fights in the Sonic the Hedgehog series aren't that good normally, but I enjoy them in this game.
Normally, no. I mean, like, these are really good. It's just like,
Yeah.
some of them kind of like just break the pace entirely.
You're right, you're right.
What's that? Another squid jump scare?
Yay!
Okay, so I don't like fighting squid. I'll get into that later, but I do like how it's roaming around. So like I do enjoy hunting it down, or you can just wait where it's gonna eventually show up. But I do like running after it.
I just like it randomly just jump scared me. I'll be minding my business.
Oh no, wait, no. Wyvern makes it so much worse. Whatever it's called. The
Wait.
one on freaking Chaos.
The big one?
The big one, yeah, that like
I
carpet
think it's
bombs
called-
you first before
let me-
you get attacked.
I think it's called
Yeah.
Guardian. Let me see. I have them all here.
Guardian.
What a great name.
It's called... Yeah, the names aren't impressive at all.
They're so dumb.
I remember saying, "Yo, look at this tower!" Like one of the bosses.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that
Oh wait, no. It was Fortress. I think.
It's Fortress.
Oh,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Fortress,
It was
yeah.
Fortress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the one I wanted to like, but I just can't. Was Shark.
Dude, Shark. After the
takes too
first
long.
time, after the
Yeah,
first
Like,
time,
if Shark didn't take so long.
it's like,
Like, I think it's cool. I don't mind the QTE, but it takes so freaking
it
long.
takes forever.
You gotta pad out the game time somehow. Come on, dude.
Stop swimming in the sand. Fight me.
No.
What I do really like is Ghost though.
Ghost is fun because it's actually like a platforming challenge.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it drains your rings like those freaking magicians and heroes. That's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
You know your ring drains to the beat.
I actually had fun with. I know breaks the pace, but I actually did have fun with Sumo, the one where it traps you in the arena.
Oh, Sumo's fun. Sumo's great. I always fight Sumo.
Like it's 1000% a pace breaker, but I did enjoy fighting.
Sumo, I keep accidentally going to the fucking electric fence.
I keep sending
Oops.
it into the electric fence accidentally.
Oops.
I think all the last island ones are like pretty alright though.
So would you say that the first island ones are probably the weakest?
No.
There's
no.
one on the second island.
Okay.
Freaking crab.
Crab.
Second would probably be like out of like all the bunch. I think second's the weakest. Like,
Yeah, because
Okay.
Shark's also on the second island.
Which is a
nobody
shame.
likes Shark is alright, but it just takes too long. Nobody
takes
likes
too long.
Strider.
I hate
Sumo,
Strider.
yeah.
I hate Strider, bro.
Sumo's fine.
Sumo's fine.
Tank is just.
See, I didn't know how to fight Tank initially. I still kind of don't know how to fight.
I don't know how to
Tank,
feel about Tank.
but I like it. But I get you.
That's as much of a pace breaker as freaking.
Like, I don't know how to feel about Tank, but I just don't like the fact that like whenever like you go back into the fight, it does the same fucking cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time. Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that
dude.
for all bosses, or is it his just?
Not all of them
well,
have cutscenes.
His and I think his variant on what's it called? Is it Uranus or Rhea?
Just
Is it Rhea?
the Island 5. It's the first island.
5. Yeah, the fifth island. The
Well, it's like
fucking
crab and then like
caterpillar.
the
Caterpillar.
other one. The one that has like the rails that you have to grind on to like be able to attack it, whatever one it is.
Caterpillar.
Yeah, so that one.
Caterpillar.
But no, last island got it all beat.
Mm.
Even if like most of them are just like reused from like the stronger versions of like
Freaking
other ones.
Kunoichi, bro! Kunoichi, bro!
Nah, Master Ninja is where it's at.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Master Ninja, what do you guys think of the parry system in this game?
Broken. Don't ever do that again.
It's
That's
kind of
fair.
I like it being in the game.
it's brain
The
dead
fact
though.
that it just you don't there's like
Like,
no
No
penalty for
timing
holding it
to
though.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Make it more
bullshit.
timing based, because like I just hate when like, you just hold it.
You would think
So
Literally,
Sonic
you
would
don't,
have time
you
for
mean you
this.
don't like cheesing those certain challenges to open the map up by just holding the parry button? After
Bro,
you
just
jump
give me
on?
the free
Yeah.
challenge at
Oh.
that point.
If you're gonna say it's a if you're gonna say it's a challenge, give me a fucking challenge.
Hey man, it's a
Yeah.
challenge for the 3-year-olds. Little Timmy's might have trouble with that one.
I know, right?
Also, you know what? Since I'm bringing that up now, let's talk about that. How do you guys feel about the challenges to open up the map?
I didn't
They're
mind.
fine, I guess.
Mickey Mouse shrines from Breath of the Wild. That's what I like to
Yeah.
call them. Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
At best,
Mickey Mouse.
at best, they're just whatever. At worst, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Okay, which ones do you feel like were most annoying to you? Was it?
There was one where you have to like shoot a ball in the hoop. So
Yeah.
there's like 3 of
Sonic
them.
06?
Well, kinda actually.
Yeah, maybe.
Kinda.
It's more like target test, I guess.
Okay.
There was one where you have to shoot like 3 balls into 3 different hoops, but like 2 of them were like different heights. I don't know how people figure this out, but like you have to home and attack it to send it one angle, and then jump and then home and attack to send it another angle. I was like stuck in that
Yeah.
for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I had to look it up. It was
I
just
kept
annoying.
messing up on the Ares one because one of them, it doesn't want you to like hit it. It doesn't want you to like homing attack because it'll just fly off.
Yeah.
It just wants you to jump on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sat there like for like a good bit, like, what am I doing wrong?
You're overthinking it at that point. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, jump
I-
on it. Oh my god.
Why do I have to
I don't
play Tetris?
I feel like the worst one to me was either the Tetris one,
Why am I
or
playing
the-
Tetris?
the jump rope one actually.
To
Is
be
it
fair, the
jump
jump
rope
one
in
is
one?
absolutely
Oh my
no
God.
issue once you realize, oh, I could just parry. And then
Wait, you can parry it?
Wait, you can
What?
parry the laser? Oh wait, no, I know what he means. You can just
Yeah.
fucking hold the parry and
You can
stay
just
in
hold the
sky.
parry button after you jump and no challenge is beat.
Oh
What?
my god. That's hilarious. Oh my god.
That's
Oh, Sonic games are so fucking broken.
They are.
Yeah.
More
No,
ways than
I
one.
feel like that one was intentional because they knew how to parry work. I feel like that one might have been intentional.
That was intentionally like, nah, somebody
Yeah.
gonna figure this out.
Oh, speaking of the parry thing, I remember I didn't even like read like what parry was about. I thought it would act like regular parry, so I kept doing it like the
Time it.
wrong way.
Yeah, timing it,
afterwards,
yeah.
I was like, oh,
Why isn't it
I
working?
can just hold it. Okay, bet. And then I just started holding it, and the boss turned really easy the first one. At least.
No, I'm actually thinking about it now. There are two types of challenges that opened up the map that I really hated. The first one is the freaking skydiving ones, because those were always annoying.
Yeah, I don't like the skydiving physics in this game. They're whatever though.
They're the
but,
same
like,
as, like, any
the
other
physics is just when they make
True.
you do it, you're freaking in the air for so freaking long. And the time limits are usually pretty strict.
oh, I know it's not a challenge, but you don't piss me off. The bridge one on Chaos
The
Island.
bridge one, yeah. I was specifically thinking about the
Why
first
is there a
mission you
time
have to do.
limit? Why? Like, is somebody like hogging the button? Like,
No, you wanna know the worst part? Why is there an invisible wall there before you knock the bridge down?
Oh.
Let me jump over to the other side.
I tried to jump over
Oh,
the first
so
time.
I'm not the only one that tried.
I tried to jump
Yeah,
over
I
the
tried
first
it
time.
too. Dude.
Like,
I'm
I
just
didn't know.
There's a level over here. How am I supposed to do this? There's
Like-
collectibles over here. Let me over here.
That was the last thing I did, and then there was like a story thing over there, and
Yeah.
I was sitting here like, okay, this thing is up. Do I just go across it? So I just jumped it and died.
I was like, I couldn't figure out how to get the bridge down, not knowing that it was like a story beat that you had to activate.
Yeah,
And then realized Tails was like right next to it, and I had to talk
Yeah.
to him.
yeah, because usually they'll have like the red X thing. They'll let you know it's a story thing, but they didn't have that on the bridge. So
They didn't have it for the bridge for some reason.
I wouldn't be surprised if lots of
Probably
people try to
a bug.
jump it. So I know I did.
I guess it could have been a bug because they did fix that one thing that was an issue.
Which was?
They forgot about it.
It was
one
like
of the things will get
it
stuck.
was
or
one of the
some shit.
story beats where you get stuck and not unlock if you had the required amount.
Yeah. So challenges they unlock the map for you. I do wish we could just quick travel like whatever. Like, I know we have like a boost button and stuff, but like, oh, you need to go fish these squirrels in the lake, and then you can
Too bad.
quick
You're
travel.
the fastest thing alive. Run.
True.
Stop being lazy. Run.
Oh yeah, so
Just get 400 rings, Kappa.
they added like some hyper boosts in this game. So when you maximize your total rings, you run a lot faster. I think that's a movie Sonic reference. And
It
it's
is,
gonna
because
win.
the lightning is there, so.
The lightning. That's cool.
Yeah.
Power boost moment.
Yeah.
Use the boost to get through. Do it.
Alright, the other challenges I don't like are the ones you have to wait for nighttime.
Yes, those
Yeah.
ones were terrible. Dude, I forget if it happened to me on stream or on a recording. I was literally doing the night challenge. It was like, it's about to be like daylight. I was doing the last one. I was about to side loop the last one, and then it disappeared, and I got so angry. I got so angry. I'm like, man, there's like nothing to do in this area. I already did everything near this area, and I have to wait, or I have to go run somewhere else and come back later. But I don't want to do that.
Yeah, like, the challenge itself is fine, and I'd probably say even having something exclusive tonight would be alright if it weren't for two things. One, there's no way to advance the freaking time of
The
day.
time, yeah.
Yeah. I
Because you
know
gotta
they
wait like
intend you to
20
like do
minutes.
other things in the meantime, but if it's like the last thing I have to do, just let me skip tonight so I can do it. And the other thing is the freaking meteor showers.
Oh yeah. I don't know how those work. Like, how did you guys know how to manipulate the?
They just randomly happen.
They randomly
They just
happen.
happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's funny is like when I first played, it only happened to me on Ares, and I haven't seen them since I like finished the game. But then when I got it on PC, it just started happening everywhere.
I had it happen to me like 3 or 4 times, including one on the 4th island for some reason, and that was the dumbest thing. Cause like, why is it happening here? This isn't supposed to happen here.
Well, I mean, I can't say it isn't supposed to happen there.
I mean, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't, because like there's no fucking things on there. But still,
Right? Yeah.
I guess just to collect some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. Give me more of those tokens that max out
Because
at 999. By the way.
I think the fucking those tokens on the 4th go to the 5th anyway.
Probably.
think.
I'm not sure.
But it's just a platform challenge anyway.
Yeah.
But speaking of tokens, you need tokens to talk to the friend on the map that you're on or the island, and you can also do it to talk
like
to.
it's nothing.
Yeah, and you can also talk to Sage.
I mean, yeah.
So if you're ever having trouble or you don't feel like running around collecting memory tokens, you can either go to Big and like fish them out, or like whatever fish farm that,
Farm him.
or you can just side loop multiple times in where you're standing, and it'll eventually pop out a bunch of memory tokens.
Honestly,
that
that's
you
like the slowest way of doing that.
can- it is the
You can
slowest.
do
but, like,
that.
Well, unless you
Yeah,
find like the treasure
if
ones that
you-
give you like 10.
If you side loop
Yeah.
like a bunch, like a token will pop out sometimes. Like you have a chance for like I think a token, the fucking I think
Seeds.
the gear to pop out.
a gear
Yeah,
pop out
you
sometimes.
can get
Seeds.
gear from that way too.
I've only had the gear happen like once though.
Dude, I was one off from talking to Sage one time, so that's what I did, and I got my token, and I just talked to her.
That
after.
happened to me like one time where I had to talk to. I was like 4 off from talking to Tails, and I was like, okay, you know what?
Talk to me, Tails, please! Talk to me!
No.
Dying Tails, I gotta talk.
I'm dying.
See, I don't know. This was me being dumb. It was like, all right, I'm going to complete the island, so I'm just gonna look at my map and go to where like every token is and collect them.
Oh, you
So I was never really hurting for them because you can get them by beating enemies sometimes too.
Yeah.
I wasn't
No.
hurting because game practically it hands them out to you. You got the deluxe edition.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I played.
They
Wait a win? No
they
way.
give you like a bunch of them
Wow.
for like the start of the game,
Oh my god.
and that'll end up applying to like every fucking island.
Oh yeah.
Literally pay to win. Oh my
What
God.
version was everybody playing on, by the way?
The latest, I think.
I meant like what console? Like what
What
platform?
console?
PC.
PlayStation when I first started.
I had PS5, yeah.
Any Xboxers in chat?
No. We don't play Xbox.
Guys, I was
don't
on
have that here.
I was a Nintendo Switch Andy, and I'll gladly say my Switch did not blow up.
Impossible.
No!
It did not catch on fire. Don't
Come
believe
on, it's supposed to be like the memes.
You mean they actually optimized the game for Nintendo Switch? Unbelievable.
They did.
Yeah.
You mean Sega knows how to optimize a game?
Yeah. It runs fine. I didn't really have any issues with it. Sometimes the lake flickers. Like, I'm looking at Big's fishing pond right now. Like, the lighting's flickering like crazy. I don't know if it happens in the other versions, though. But, it runs fine.
Also, Shad, you played on PS5 too, right? Did you do performance or graphics?
I think performance at first, and then I fucked around with graphics.
Alright. Because I just did performance all the way through. Because I figured the 60 FPS would be nice.
60 FPS? I play on PC, so I assume I did 60 FPS. Or maybe I didn't. I don't even know.
I mean, basically, your settings for PC are the same as the 9th gen version, so...
Yeah,
fun,
nice.
because they didn't do anything in depth. For some reason.
It looked fine enough.
Yeah.
Not like I really care. I mean, it's Sonic.
I mean,
you
it
just
looks
run past
nice. I'm not gonna complain graphics-wise. It's just the popping that was the problem. The game graphically looks fine.
Yo, speaking of graphics,
Yeah.
dude, I like how you can see like the fur on the characters now. Like, they don't look like shiny. You see like
They look hyper realistic.
Feels like we're actually getting their normal
textures.
pre-rendered looks in like game now.
Yeah.
So.
Let's keep it that way.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Until they change the style again.
I remember, because like Sonic and Friends are very expressive in this game. Oh, thank God. But I remember some Twitter users are saying like, "Yo, this is awesome, let's go!" And then you have random people saying like, "Wow, look at the Sonic fans being excited for bare minimum." Yes, we are excited for bare minimum because we had below that for who knows how long.
Is the Sonic fan all on copium?
Sure.
Sure,
Sure, sure. Okay.
Sure.
You guys sound dead inside.
a little.
Sometimes we are.
A little bit
I
dead.
question.
Oh well.
All right, I want to talk about this before Pika leaves, because we were
So-
talking about Guardians, Titan fights, the main bosses in this game. What did you all think of them?
I
Crack.
played one, and yeah, the first one was hype as hell, especially with the music. That was a top tier first boss.
Super,
They were hype,
Super
but at the
Sonic
same
is
time,
cool.
I feel like they all kind of degrade because they peaked at the first one.
Really, I think the third one.
Yeah.
I think the third one. The third
Huh?
one's my favorite.
I think it just peaks at 3. I really like it just peaks at night, and that's it.
Night was.
I mean, Night was
awesome.
fine. I just didn't get to see much of it because I think by then I was so powered up that I could just go to the one sector. And I was also the only boss I had less than max rings on. They gave me 100 rings to start that fight and I didn't even need them all.
See, that's like the problem. What I think that no, actually, I think that was a problem with Giganto and Knight. Actually, I think they have like less health than Wyvern.
Really?
Yeah.
The second
I
one.
don't know if it's exactly less health. I think it's just the fact that they didn't really adjust for you at the damage values. Because by the time I got to Night, I was probably like level 70 attack and defense.
Okay, but I have to ask.
So-
though. Were you like going out of your way to farm like seeds for like?
Out of my way? No.
No.
This was just
Okay.
what I was picking up as I was going along. The game kind of just gave them to me. And if I got lucky, I was like, all right, I have extra tokens. Maybe I'll buy something for big. But I didn't do that until like late game just to boost the number to 99.
Yeah, I was at like 80 something when I got to like Knight. I was like 80 something when I got the Knight, and I kind of was like, okay, I know I'm gonna breeze through this, so I'm gonna let him do a little bit.
I'm just happy they made Sonic really cool in this game. Like Super Sonic, like this always, like he's always been invulnerable, right? And he only really dies if he runs out of rings. But like, they made him cool because all Super Sonic would normally do in the past is just bash people with his face really, really hard. But now he has a moveset and he has like cool parries and he's like sending attacks back at the end. It's so cool, dude.
I'm guessing
I do like how Super Sonic's basically has Sonic's moveset but souped up. Cause it's like, just seeing the number fly and you do like 3,000 damage to the boss.
that does feel very powerful.
Yeah.
If only we could unlock Super Sonic.
Like fly around the map. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That would be.
I feel like I got
Also,
don't like that,
thankfully, he doesn't burn through rings like he does in Generation.
Also,
So,
Why didn't
also,
they?
I fucking hate that they cucked the last one.
The fourth
The
Titan.
last Titan.
That
yeah,
Titan's
Supreme.
Supreme?
trash,
Yeah.
trash boss. I hated it. I hated every
Oh.
second.
Bro,
of it.
it just
I
feels
don't
like
think the fight was
Giganto-
bad. It was just like
It's Giganto again, but you know what you're doing, so it goes
But like
faster.
you're missing it felt like he was like missing a lot of moves, and he actually is missing a lot of moves. Because somebody like went through the files and they found out like he has a lot of moves, like
Wait.
a bunch of other moves.
Wait, are you
that
saying
they just didn't go used?
Are you saying the Sonic game was rushed?
No way.
The Sonic game that took 5 years to develop was rushed?
No way.
Oh wait, are we saying the Sega game was
can't
rushed?
believe it.
No way! I can't believe this.
How could they do this?
It's still sad
It is sad. It is very sad.
because it just goes from Giganto to Toho.
Yeah.
What?
Have you not seen?
Its whole fight is essentially kind of bullet hell.
Okay.
Bro, no, okay. Can I bring this up now?
Yes,
this
yes,
is
just do
also
it.
story spoilers.
Just do it. Just do it.
Freaking, why did they introduce Ikaruga as some of the side missions in this game? And then
They were preparing you.
They were preparing you for the secret final boss. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, wait. What do you call that? What do you call that? I was gonna call it
Ikaruga.
Ikaruga. Is that what it's called? The shooter.
Ikaruga or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's like an old shooter.
It's a treasure. It's a treasure shmup that basically has the polarity system that this side mission does. So.
Yeah.
Not the worst, just weird.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I did not like the final boss at all.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
If we're being technical, it's not even really the final boss.
What is the final boss then?
Supreme.
Supreme, technically.
Supreme Overlord?
The end is just a bonus, quote unquote.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hard. You only get it. You're right. You're right.
If you play on a hard mode, then you actually get the
Then if
fucking
anything,
Ikaruga boss fight.
then if anything, it's a true ended boss, and then the final boss. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I just played on hard to begin with. I forgot.
It's true
the other-
ending where you have to beat everything.
I really there's no
everything,
reason
whatever.
not.
No, you just play on hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Lame. Speaking of which,
'Cause
why didn't they just let you play a Supersonic after you beat the game as a bonus, like anywhere?
Dude, this has been a
Should've done
problem
that.
for a lot of Sonic games. There's some Sonic games that just don't let you do that, and there's some that do. But like,
Because they want to
Seems
give to
weird.
use DLC,
don't even
Okay.
start that DLC fiasco for
even though,
forces.
even though it's free, baby.
Yeah,
They were gonna charge you $3.99 for it at first.
yeah. Until
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no,
dude.
it was $5.99. Get it right, come on.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
But Pika, my honest answer to that is probably I could be right, but I'm just gonna guess because every game is rushed. You don't have time to do that.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Because like since the classics, right? Like you can if you get the Chaos Emeralds, you get rewarded to play them in the levels. Like give us a broken character to play the levels. You know, come on.
Come on,
Probably because
guys.
they got to fucking. Well, they'd have to like I guess fix them around for the island
Yeah.
in particular.
Too much effort.
Because I'm pretty sure like Supersonic himself only like functions in boss fights.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Well, properly in boss fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. Let's just pad out the game by reusing the first island for like the 5th or whatever it was.
Part of that also kind of makes me feel like that's
It's
why
not reusing.
the control for
It's all
Cyberspace
along.
and Open Zone also got that way because imagine bringing level 99 Sonic into Cyberspace.
Yeah. Sure.
That would be hell.
But
But
yeah,
fun.
Pika, basically, the game has 5 islands in quotations, but they took the first island but like split it up into 3. But if that was the case, the first island's huge, bro. Like, what the heck?
Like
Yeah.
the original call was like actually that big
That's crazy.
because you can actually get into it on PC if you do some stuff, but the early like Chronos was like huge.
Yeah, because I was playing through Island 5, and I'm like, wow, this place is massive, and this was supposed to be the first island, like, an extension of it? Like, geez Louise.
Crazy. That's pretty wild.
I feel like if they didn't name it as islands, it would be fine. But
Yeah, like, I don't know why they did, because, like, it's already Starfall Islands, right? Like, are there, like, sub-islands?
I guess they're sub islands. If
I
they're
guess.
I guess they're like sub islands, so
Yeah.
they're not wrong.
Yeah,
in a
but,
way.
yeah, you make a good point, Shad. If they, like, named it something else, I feel like it'd get less backlash off of it, because I know a lot of people were making a big deal about it. It's like, oh, they cut up the island into 3. Padding. It kind of is, but padding.
I mean, it was, but
I mean, the other reason you know they were in 3 is the stuff you can get from Big, but
Yeah,
at least they look kind of different
Yeah.
from each other.
I do like the looks of the islands, though. I do like the 5th island the most aesthetically.
everyone coping for that Snow Island.
There was a Snow Island?
No, but everybody wanted it. That's what everybody was assuming it was, because fucking
No, thank goodness, bro. Canadian physics? What the heck? Why would people want that?
what was it? Because you had like your normal grass island, desert, fire, volcano shit,
Right.
and then they assumed everybody was gonna like get a snow, and I'm like, you're not getting one.
The new Super Mario Bros. Allegations from Sonic Lost World.
It would be nice, but I doubt we're gonna get one.
Would
I
be.
don't think we need one.
I'm actually
we
surprised. I'm actually surprised that like I saw Desert World 2. I'm like, here we go. But Aris Island's actually my favorite to play in, so that was a big surprise for me.
Mass Mennonite 4 doesn't hate a desert level? Oh
When
my
they're-
god.
Yeah, because
There's just
desert
no
levels
way.
usually have nothing in it. If you give me something in it, then I will probably like it.
Desert Island got nothing in it. It's got sand and sand.
It's got sand, that's
Sand
it.
Hill.
Sand!
Green Hill looking
Actually-
like Sand Hill.
Whoa, Sandhill, no way. Imagine they just put Green Hill in the second island, except it's full of sand now. They should have done
There'd
that.
be more
Honestly,
questions.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite island. Honestly, Eris was cool to see, but I also spent the most time there, so I think it was the most annoying to me. So
What was annoying? Oh, was getting like the air tokens the most annoying for you? Or
it was mostly the air tokens, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know, like, everyone's memes on like Chaos being mostly 2D, but that also kind of is the problem I was having on Eris.
I disagree there, but I
Yeah.
see what you mean.
Uh-oh.
I see what you mean.
I have no favorite.
There are no favorites. Only
well,
nothing.
last one's kind of my favorite, I guess.
Fifth one's nice. I like it.
Everything else is, yeah, it's pretty nice.
Got nice music before it just ends up turning into Chronos, but
Yeah.
I want to go off on Chaos Island right now, but Pika's probably gonna leave. So
Fair. Yeah, it's 10 minutes away. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop. Well, so my thoughts. Gameplay is pretty alright. Everything's pretty good. Sonic controls well. First boss is good. I guess I'll see when I play the rest of the bosses. And the combat's okay. Just need some tweaking. And Cyberspace is like whatever. Big is the best part. I don't care what anyone says. Fishing is the best
Dude,
part
fish-
about Sonic Frontiers.
The
Don't
Persona
fight me
cut
on
in it.
this. Yes.
see,
How do you feel? How do you guys feel about the gameplay loop? Do you feel like it holds itself up for the entire game?
Again, like I wish the combat was a bit more diverse because, like, at the end of Island 2, I think I almost unlocked everything. So then,
Oh yeah, no, I got everything pretty darn quick because this game like showers you in experience. So
yeah, because I used to, like, if I see a horde of enemies, I would like go out of my way to like go beat them up and continue my run. But like near end game, I was just kind of ignoring all of them. Because at the same time, though, my peak for me was Eris Island, and the game goes downhill for me from there. So, like, at that point, I was kind of like, oh, let's just get this over with, and I was just trying to do everything as fast as possible.
Makes sense. Spirit of Sonic to fit everything as
Al-
fast as possible.
Also, I have a minor complaint about the combat. Like, there's some places where enemies will spawn, and I'll try to side loop them, but the ground is uneven, so it will, like, cut off my side loop, and then that annoys me. I don't know if you
just
guys
quick
ever...
side loop.
Just quick side loop, I guess. But I like
See,
making the
I
big
tried
one.
to do that, I guess, but they won't let me if the homing attack breaks for some of those one type of enemy.
I like making the big one.
No
I
big
do-
one.
I do hope side loop becomes a permanent stay, because A, that's more 3D, and B, it's fun. It's a fun skill.
And C, I want to draw a peepee. Wait, what?
Bro.
I get to draw Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Man, dying.
Don't die. We need
Yeah,
to
I'm
talk about Sonic anymore.
It's okay. They won't hear me say it. Only you guys will hear me cough.
Okay. Is this time to go to music or other stuff you guys want to mention about the gameplay?
Okay. I have more complaints about the gameplay.
Let's go! Alright, what's up?
All
Spill
right.
the tea.
So, I do not like 2D in my 3D games. All right.
Oh, right. Yeah, makes sense.
Because like since 06, for the 3D games at the very least, they started doing this hybrid thing where they'll put 2.5D sections into 3D sections. Never been a fan of that. There's some games where it's like on rails, like Sonic and a Black Knight, Secret Rings, but even those games will have 2D segments. I really started to hate it ever since Sonic Colors started because that game's like 90% 2D. And the 10% that's 3D, it's either you're stuck on Sonic Dash gameplay. And by that I mean stuck on rails and you can only like dash left and right. So I've grown to like dislike that, which is why I don't like Squid that much when I fight it. So I always get really annoyed when they put 2D in my 3D game, which is why I hate Chaos Island, because not only it's a 2D, the gameplay, the control, I feel like it's at its worst because it's very slow, very clunky, very annoying. And in the 2D sections, I don't know when Sonic Team like started doing this. I don't know if you guys remember Lost World. You know how there's like regular springs, and then they'll have like these other type of springs where they'll like hide them in the level, and then if you run over something, like a spring will pop up, and then you'll just be like, oh, I'm in the air now. They have like this other type of spring in Frontiers that you can't home and attack. It's like a classic spring. And it's like, why do you guys put that there? Like, just put a regular spring where I can home and attack. And they also...
Suffer.
Yeah, I am suffering, which is why I'm ranting about it now. And they also added 2 other things for platforming in the 2D sections. 99% of the time it's in 2D, because I remember seeing it at least once in the game for 3D, for one of them. I don't know what they're called, but you guys know when you hop into this thing, it'll make like a noise, and they can aim in 4 different directions. You have to like hold the jump button.
Oh, the fucking thing from Unleashed.
Yeah, from Unleashed. Unleashed started that. Funny enough, after 06. Anyways, that I do not like. I hate even more the other one. It looks like a duck. You know those flippers from Mario Sunshine?
Uh-huh.
The beats? That 2D thing. So when you hop into it, it'll like tell you to press like the boost button or Y or B or whatever. I guess you guys aren't playing on Switch. I hate those too. Like, just give me springs or give me people to home and attack. I just really hate those 2D sections, and like people will be like, but it's fine. My counter argument to that is, let's say I'm playing Sonic Mania Studiopolis. That zone won't randomly transform into 3D. That just won't happen, because 2D is easier to make, it's cheaper, blah blah blah. I just hate it.
To be fair, I think they did better about splitting them in Frontiers at the very least. Cause like, there's no levels themselves like in Cyberspace that'll actually flip through both. It's either all 3D or all 2D.
Yeah, like, again, at the end of the day, I just wish the 2D wasn't there. It's just annoying.
I mean, what's the ratio to 3D to 2D levels for Cyberspace after, like, First Island? Is it a lot more 3D or a lot more 2D?
I'd say it's more 3D, because, like, almost all of the ones in Arenos are, like, pretty much 3D.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just really weird in an open zone game, running in 3D, it's like, oh, a platforming challenge, and then it cuts to 2D.
It'll lock you to 2D, yeah.
And then there'll be times where I'll unintentionally break it, and then I either can't see, or Sonic is doing like an attack where he shouldn't be. I'm like doing like home and shot in the corner. I'm like, what's going on? Stop this.
Clunky.
It's just...
I think it's more 3D.
Yeah, it's just my biggest complaint about 3D Sonic for like decades now. It's just annoying. Because I was hoping...
maybe they'll change that.
Yeah, I was hoping because this game was supposed to be open world that we're finally gonna break away from that. We'd actually get like 3D levels. Which is why I'm scared whenever we get a Sonic Adventure game again, if we ever do, that they'll start doing that too, and I'll be sad forever. But yeah.
Oh, guess we'll have to wait and see.
They wouldn't do that, but...
Acting like it's never gonna happen. Sonic Adventure 3 is dead, bro.
Oh yeah,
Stop
just to reiterate though, I don't mind 2D games. Like I don't mind my Sonic Manias, my Sonic Rushes, and all that. It's just let me play what I signed up for. Just colors really burn me on that, so that's why I don't really like that game. And
it's not a 2D game. You don't have to play the 2D.
Yeah, but like I won't know until I go there, and then I have to try to leave. And then I get sad.
Just break the 2D rule.
Sometimes they won't let me. Sometimes they won't let me go. But sometimes they do. You're right.
That was like all of my instances in Chaos Island. I just ran into him.
Just ran out of there.
And didn't start the 2D, and I'm like, oh.
And the thing was, like, the thing doesn't like that.
No, it doesn't.
It does not like that at all.
It really doesn't.
Still got my shit, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. But it could get annoying sometimes, especially when, like, Chaos Island's like so small you can't tell where you're going sometimes, so you end up running into a booster that'll just throw you into like some 2D section that'll try to lead you to somewhere else entirely where you were trying to go. Not the worst, but
Could be better.
at least
Also-
it's only
At least not
at the
better.
very least it's only that island for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah, mostly.
I'm not counting that one after that. That one after that's just
I don't
that's
like
its
Island
own
4.
little thing.
Island 4 I do not like. But
I like Island 4.
I was gonna
Ugh.
say,
Nice little challenge.
I guess so. The drop dash. I was, I wish it was better. That's really it. But then again, like everybody's boosting
I'm
everywhere.
just kind of like, why is it here in a game where you have instant momentum gainer from a boost? So
I don't know. I do kind of wish this game made me wish sometimes that I did have the SA1 or SA2 spin dash. Sometimes I feel like the spin dash and the boost could coexist. I like to compare it to Sonic CD, where you have a peel out and a spin dash, because that game had both. And especially since the boost now, you can't really damage people anymore. It has more of a use of a spin dash, you know. I just love Sonic Adventure. Okay, leave me alone, guys. I miss spin dashing. Okay. Boosted's cool. I get it. Fastest thing alive. Just please spin dashing off inclines fun.
Well, maybe someday. I don't know. Sorry, bro. I'm sorry that they don't give you your spin
Yeah, I know.
dashes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry too.
What do you mean you got a spin dash? It's called spin slash.
oh wait, I'm curious. I'm curious who knew. Did you guys know you can actually roll in the 2D levels in cyberspace?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe,
You can
I
roll?
don't remember.
Yeah, you could roll,
Yeah,
but
you
it's
can roll.
clunky as shit.
It's so broken.
Dude, what?
The problem with it is that because of how like Sonic functions in 2D, he
So bad.
doesn't like to stay in the roll. Sometimes.
They just keep going in and out of it randomly.
Not like in and out of it, it's like you can do it, but
Yeah.
it's like
It's bad.
you try to hold like you try to hold down and then like go forward. It's like if you hit down, you're stopping. Because like if you let go of that stick, he stops.
He
No
stops.
matter what.
Wait, is it like Sonic 06 loop-de-loop situation?
He just stops. And
Not that
stays
bad.
there.
Okay.
Not he'll actually fall out of like if you like did it off a loop or something, he'll fall out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
There's like actual momentum to it too. Like if you
Yeah.
actually do it down the hill, you will gain like a little bit of speed. So
Yeah. There's momentum to it. It's just weird to use.
it's just clunky.
Oh yeah, you guys did remind me of
Funky.
something. So, speaking of momentum, I do wish when you air boost, you would go you wouldn't fall as a rock so quickly. Kind of wish you had a little bit more hang time.
It's called level up your speed.
Yeah,
Go
but
fast!
I don't want to keep mashing A insane speed to the older guy, and then mashing A and then press.
Well,
my levels all at once!
then you're gonna keep dropping like a rock.
That's
You
tough.
wanna know what I ended up finding out?
What you like?
Apparently, that's the little speed shit is tied to your light speed dash. You know how you stop like right on dead impact when you light speed dash?
Yes.
If you level your fucking speed up, that won't happen anymore.
Really?
I'm like,
I think it's only if it's maxed though, which is the sad part.
probably max, yeah. Also, Lightspeed Dash, being on clicking the left stick.
I'm big fan. Big fan.
I actually like that.
Big fan. I didn't realize this. I thought we had to unlock the Lightspeed Dash. I didn't even know we had it until like a tutorial told me about it. I'm like, oh, cool.
Let's go.
Also, like how you can just Lightspeed Dash anything. It's not like in Generations where it's like a specific set of glowing rings. I hate
No, it
that.
can be literally any rings. If there are any rings around, you can just do it.
I hate how it was situational. I like
And
when
either
you can do
it'll
it
get
whenever.
you killed or not.
Yeah, that too.
The game will decide your fate.
The game will decide your fate.
Uh-oh.
You die. Goodbye. I didn't remember. I maybe I should have read the tutorials now that I think about it, because
It's
there's a
all
lot of
good.
things I didn't do.
It's all good, dude.
Like Lightspeed Dash. I mean, I remember it. I remember it told me I had it, and then I forgot about it most of the time I did the first time.
You don't usually got much use out of it.
There's a
outside
few
of like
memory
maybe
tokens.
collecting your rings if you get hit, or the memory token shit, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't really get much use. It's kind of just
Fun
It's
there.
cool.
It's
Fun
kind of
little thing to have. But yeah. Ugh. Anything else you want to complain about, Meta?
Not really. I mean, the
Anybody else got any complaints?
Uh,
Game bad.
I need to
I'll pull what
emphasize.
Twitter does. I'm gonna complain about his quill length.
Oh, dude,
Oh my
dude,
God.
pre-release,
Shade of
you
blue.
reminded me, dude. Pre-release, everybody's crying about the Forces model. I'm like, one of two things will happen. One, it's just a placeholder, because, you know, placeholders are a thing before a game
Which it
comes
ended
out.
up being.
Yeah,
Two,
yeah.
they actually fix its problems.
There
that
they
it's had
fix
in
it.
Forces.
Exactly!
They did fix its
Exactly!
problems.
Dude, I sometimes the collective group on Twitter, they complain about the most pointless things, bro. Like, who cares about the... If it's not Archie Sonic bad, where his quills are touching the ground as he runs, I don't care. I don't care.
Classic.
The quill link was stupid.
It was
I was
stupid.
just worried about them actually using the Forces model, because that thing is basically as dead as this freaking statue.
You know what my biggest
That man
concern
has
was?
like zero idle animation in Forces.
You know what my concern was at the time when people were complaining about quills? I was hoping the game would be good, because that matters more.
I mean, I was also hoping the game was good. I was just thinking, oh gosh, please.
I'm just
At
standing here
least
like, bro,
you got time. Fix the model.
the model's fine. All it needed was just some fucking animation. That was
It
the
just
problem
needed
in
freaking- That's
Forces.
what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man was just a rock.
Man was.
Hey man, he
Still was a
was
statue.
in prison for 6 months. Leave him alone.
He was fine to me.
He got tortured.
Still
He got
likes cracking
tortured.
jokes.
He got tortured. Like, what if they showed him his DeviantArt account? Like, he'd be scarred for life. Leave him alone.
He looks fine to me.
This is off topic, but I want to ask.
Yeah.
Sonic being more, I guess, serious and less cracking jokes, good or bad in your guys' opinion?
There's a balance here. Like
Yeah,
the
there's a
balance.
nice little balance here.
There's a
Still
balance.
correct jokes.
He does
Okay.
still crack jokes. Like, I know people were saying, yeah, he's serious now! Like, again, we're jumping the gun here. I think they nailed Sonic,
Fair.
like, 95% good. I like him.
Nice.
Ian Flynn is probably one of the best things that happened to this franchise.
Thank God.
Yeah, let's
Thank
keep it.
God.
Yeah.
Let's keep him. Anyway, here's our new writer.
They would.
Okay, Pika, real quick before you go. Music,
Okay.
I guess. Music. Anything you
Yeah,
like?
music. And then spoiler, you guys can spoil all you want without me here. Music is really good. That's basically it. It's Sonic music. It's always really good.
Yeah.
That's what I think about it.
In my opinion, the vocal tracks carry this OST.
True.
True.
Not everything clicked with me for like Cyberspace and the regular island levels, which you hear most of
Like
the
Green
time.
Hill. Fuck that soundtrack.
Green
Not
Hill's a
even the
good
game.
song though. Green Hill's a good song though. Even though it's not in the game, Green Hill, I'll admit Green Hill's a good song. But yeah, the vocal tracks hard carried this OST. Most of the island themes I don't really care for. I know it's like supposed to be melancholy and all, but I just would rather not hear them. Some
like Breath of the Wild. There is no music.
I think it stood out to more to me.
okay.
Because honestly, I feel like Frontiers got snubbed for best soundtrack at the Game Awards. I really like the soundtrack.
Oh man, Sonic fans bought in the Game Awards.
Okay, during all that,
No, Genshin did it
because
first.
everybody was in the wrong for player's choice. We're ignoring that.
No, the fact that they mentioned that there was botted like live is funny to me, bro. Here are the final votes, minus the botted.
Oh
Man.
god.
Sonic fans find Jensen fans.
I'll let Shad share his opinion on the soundtrack first before I go. Like how I feel about it.
Really good soundtrack. Like I was more partial to like the new take on like was it the more ambient on the island shit. I was more into that than the Cyberspace music. The Cyberspace music wasn't bad, but like some of them were just kind of like, nah, I ain't with that.
Someone
Because
felt
it was
random.
all it was a lot of them were random, but a lot of them were like sounded pretty good. But the tracks are like the movement, like what's it called? They call them movements. For like on the islands, or like you collect like more chaos emeralds, like this music changes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was gonna
And-
mention the movements myself, but yeah, I think it's
I really
good.
like those, especially on the last island. Before it changes into Chronos again, the song on there is really good because it actually gives you like a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
especially what was going on story-wise there.
Personally, in terms of movement, I really like Eris's, because by the time it like gets to the end, it's like all full and it sounds really nice.
Oh, I
And
do.
type music bussin'.
Yeah, the type music's obviously super good.
Yeah.
The mini game theme when you have to cut the grass for the Chaos Emerald, for how stupid that sounds. I love that. I was a bot, bro.
No, minigame music
Nice
is
guy
great.
Music. Yeah.
I personally really like Cyberspace, but I just know that's basically me, because that's basically like my aesthetic when it comes to music genres, because it's a lot more digital. It's like techno, EDM, breakcore, breakbeat. There was drum and bass in there, a lot of jungle. So that's why I really ended up liking Cyberspace. It's like Cyberspace, might have technically been the worst part of the game, but I was rocking out to the music the whole way through, so it kind of kept me sane.
Mm-hmm. That's
Kept
fair.
you sick. Without the music, you would have gone insane. Oh my god, it's so bad.
It's kind of like that for Forces for me, because like there's a lot of Sonic Forces tracks that I really like. Sometimes I feel like they don't even fit what's going on of the stage. It's like we're at war, war in quotations. But those songs were busted for me.
We're getting slaughtered out there. Oh,
80% of our forces are dying. They're playing a breakdance song.
Sorry, bro, I'm too busy popping.
They be bopping.
Yeah.
Mood whiplash. Oh man.
Like, I'm trying to think of personal highlights for Cyberspace for me. It'd be like 1-2, where you're freaking dying to get that S rank, because it's the hardest S rank in the game for some reason.
I didn't bother. I didn't bother.
Fair. Is there anything you get for S ranking and everything? An achievement? That's
Yes,
it?
yes. And actually,
Oh,
you
okay.
get Chaos Emerald Vault keys. You get an extra 3. So you would get 4.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a challenge. There's like 4. It's like complete the stage. You get at least 1, and then there's probably 5 red
You
rings.
get 1 for each of the 4 challenges,
Oh,
and then
okay.
S ranking is one of them. So
Yeah.
you get 1 for S ranking, and then if you get all 4 of them, they give you 3 extra, so you
So
can
you
have
get
a max
7.
of 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the
Do you
time
get like
you
a
like
big
complete
ass
all of
reward for all of them? Like, congratulations, you got all S rank. Here's like 1 billion of them. Imagine. No, probably.
No,
No,
I think you just unlock the time attack thing, the arcade mode thing.
Oh, which I'm not playing.
possibly. Because I got all S ranks, because most of
You
them
don't
aren't
get
that hard.
anything out of that.
Yeah.
It just lets you replay the Cyberspace
Which is good.
in
Which
the
is
game
good.
to do it.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Options
Oh,
are nice.
Yeah, they are.
It is
And again, I think some of them are okay, mainly the ones on the island on Orenos, but
Honestly,
yeah.
you want to have fun with them, just do the speedrun strats.
yeah. You know how I have fun with them?
you want to have fun
Also,
with them, skip half
this
the
was sorry
level.
about that. Shout out to the actual devs, like actually giving you the speedrun strat, like the exploit to actually get the S rank on 1-2, like instead of like patching it out.
They knew.
Yeah, they do.
I just
I'm actually glad they actually
generations.
named it.
Yeah, they actually named it. I forgot what did they actually say it was called? It was like
Something dash.
homing dash, I think.
Yeah.
That's cool. They
Golden
named
Dash.
it. They named
Yeah.
tech. That's so cool.
Let's go.
I mean, I got the S rank on 1-2 without it, but it's nice to know that it's there for
It took me forever, but I did it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Did you do a Pika?
No,
Not
fuck
a true,
that shit.
Not a true Sonic. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's go. Let's not do it. Not do it, gang. Let's go.
Not do it, gang. Let's go. Fuck that stage. I mean, no, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, isn't
I
that
like
what most Sonic fans say? The best way to play Sonic is to not play the level. Just
Yeah,
skip all the level design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the SD1 fanboys would know all about not playing the level, how wouldn't they?
Fuck yeah, dude.
I like how out of context how little sense that sounds, but it's also really funny.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, music good. Sonic game, so usually there is always a banger, if even the game is shit.
There's the other highlights for Cyberspace music. I really liked 1-4. That was the one that was Green Hill at Sunset, but it was Jen's Green Hill in 3D, but
Oh yeah, it's on all Spotify now. Forgot about that.
yeah.
Spotify!
Oh, 1-6 with slap bass, because I love me some slap bass.
Nice.
And then there was like 3-6 really stood out for some reason. But yeah, no. Cyberspace, good techno. I recommend it. It's not for everybody, but love that genre. So
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I forgot. Big's fucking fishing song.
Oh yeah, Pig having freaking lo-fi.
They're having like lo-fi.
That shit slaps.
Hey, Sonic.
It slaps.
Welcome back.
How did you even get here?
All right.
Don't
So
ask
okay,
questions.
we all know Pig's in the game. Did you guys go after the memos at all?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I went after all of them.
Oh, I guess we'll talk about story now. It's a transition into that.
Okay, have fun.
Run,
Alright.
Pika, run!
Run, Pika.
Run!
Yeah.
Big Chungus is in the game.
All right, I don't want to know the story. Goodbye.
Wait, you forgot the part where Sonic and Amy do.
Oh!
Wait, Sonic and Amy do anything in this game?
Maybe.
I mean, Sonic's doing everything. Amy does something.
So I guess before I go over like the plot in general, egg memos. They're basically diary entries for Dr. Eggman while he's trapped in cyberspace. How do they get into Big's Lake? Yes. That's how.
Well, how did Big find that in the first place? Also, yes.
Yes.
We can't explain that.
Yeah, this is the same Big the Cat who's randomly in the Ark in random levels in SA2. If you play a specific version.
I mean, he tells you how he got there. He said he was just looking for a spot to fish. And,
Yeah, you're right,
well,
he does.
This man is voiced by Ryu from Streets.
Red
By
Gohan!
Beast Gohan! Gohan Beast! Yeah, the memos, they're quite enjoyable if I do say so myself. I have the game up right now. I'm trying to get to Big's Island. I was on my practice file, but I don't have them on my practice file. I believe there was 24 in the game.
24.
24.
20? 20? I thought it was less than that.
Yeah, there's a lot. So I believe they cost 15 each. 15 what was it? Big points? I forgot what his currency is. But every time you
So like
fish,
the purple fishing coins.
yeah,
Because everyone, the ones everyone thought were Chow.
oh man, I miss me some chow, dude. But oh, dang it, dude! I was trying to quick travel, then I got attacked by an enemy. That's so annoying. Let's go
Should
run
have
that.
gotten tagged.
But yeah, Eggman's memos are cool because again, he's in cyberspace. At the beginning of the game, he was exploring those like some ruins because he wanted to harness the
Take
power of these robots, of these ancient robots, and he'll sick them on Sonic. And he created an AI to code it and like work it in his favor. But when he interacted with the AI into cyberspace, the AI kind of like got modified, gained a conscience, and like activated some protocol emergency, and Eggman got eaten up by the by the ancient technology or something.
This man got sucked into cyberspace.
He got sucked in.
He's on the blockchain now.
Yes, because his AI thought it would be better to save him there because the AI found out what the real villain is.
Yeah, like immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's
Oh
a...
nah, like oh nah, I'm coming in here.
yeah, we're going to the bunker, bro. It's not safe.
It's the only way I can keep you safe. I don't want to be safe.
Yeah, because Eggman cares more about stopping Sonic first and deal about it later. That's kind of his type of deal. But anyways, sometime later, you have Sonic, Tails, and Amy, right? They're on the Tornado, and they're going to check out the Starfall Islands because the Chaos Emeralds, they got summoned, or they teleported, or they moved there. They're on Starfall Islands now, and they want to figure out why they did that. And, you know when you're on a plane ride and a giant black hole appears in the sky and sucks you and your friends up? It's quite unfortunate.
Pretty wild.
It was pretty wild. So, Tails and Amy, they're gone. Sonic, he's stranded, alone. But he has some random voice telling him to, and I quote, that he's the key to collect the Chaos Emeralds, defeat the 3 Titans, and tear down the walls between dimensions, whatever that means. So I guess there's a bit of miscommunication here because Sonic thinks that will save his friends, but the voice never explicitly says that.
And Sonic doesn't heed on that question.
Yeah.
To be fair, how are you gonna ask further follow-up questions on that?
No, I think he did. I think he did ask for more context, but it just didn't say shit.
He just
It
ignored him.
didn't say anything, yeah.
A lot of people ignore Sonic in this game, actually, now that I think about it.
Sage?
Yeah, and it's just funny because he just gets more and more annoyed as it goes on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna TDLR this, too long don't read, and then we'll just talk about parts of the story. So basically, Sonic is going around the islands. His friends are trapped on different islands. Amy's trapped on the first one. Knuckles is trapped on the second one because of the prologue animation thing. He also says that he got transported there, but we see how he got transported there from the animation. Tails is on the third one. Sonic collects emeralds, beats up Titan, learns about the civilization that was there. Doesn't learn everything, but learns enough of it. The trapped friend on said island, they could communicate with these people on the island. Solve missions, look for Chaos Emeralds, again, defeat the Titans. The more Sonic helps his friends, the more corrupted he gets by Cyberspace, because he's the only one who can hop in and out of it. Everybody else, including Eggman, they're trapped in it. Some of them are like halfway through. And
he's essentially taking their corruption.
Yeah, he's taking all of their burdens. And at some point, after defeating all three Titans, Sonic thinks he's ready to save his friends, but the voice tells him, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. Go take down the 6 towers and this other random island. Do it now, please." While Sonic is kind of getting more tired as the adventure goes on. And
it will be the one.
Yeah. He eventually gets corrupted, and it brings everyone else back, but basically Sonic is now trapped between dimensions. A cutscene happens, which we'll talk about later. Sonic is back. The classic team up with Eggman and Sage, the AI, who kind of got modified when Eggman was trying to get the ruins, ancient technology, the first time. Collect more emeralds, defeat the big bad who was misdirecting Sonic, I guess, in a way, and the day is saved. I know it's a TDLR, but we're going to talk about it more in detail now, so...
Yeah.
Is there anything in the story you guys want to talk about in particular? And then I guess we'll just snowball from there. Like, is there any characters you want to talk about? Anything in an island?
Should we start with the negatives first? Because there is definitely some. But...
Sure.
Okay, let's start with pacing, because it kind of goes all over.
Yeah.
There are like some pace. There are some moments that absolutely get like glossed over way too quickly. So.
Video game moment.
Yeah, like in an open world where you have optional dialogue, I do feel like the pacing is gonna suffer regardless.
Just like the end.
Yeah, but there's also like the main part I'm thinking of as like after the 4th island when the corruption takes over Sonic too much and they just like immediately solve it. There's, like,
Okay,
no
let's just
conflict whatsoever.
let's just talk about that right now. So screw it. Okay, that cutscene is dumb. Can we all agree that cutscene is just dumb? You can tell the very end of this game got rushed like really hard.
Yeah.
We spent all that time seeing how Sonic's friends are trapped in the dimension, right? And they can't get out and Sonic has to free them. Just for them to, like, solve it really quickly. And, like, they kind of undid everything, you know?
DLC.
Bro,
Yeah.
you know what this is? It's freaking no space again.
It is. It kind of is. Like,
I wouldn't say it's that bad. They're at least giving you a compromise later.
yeah, like,
at least.
I think we're getting more story stuff later, so maybe they can fix it or make it better.
Yeah, we're getting the post-game stuff now, so...
But, like, in the now, right now, it's kind of weird when you think about it, because Sonic, he absorbed all of the corruption from Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. But when he got fully corrupted, Eggman also got out. Maybe I missed something, but do we know how Eggman got out, or did he get out because Sonic got corrupted? Or did Sage, like, find some other way that I just forgot or didn't
He
pay
got out
attention
because,
to?
Didn't Sage just take him out?
No, he got out. The only reason why he couldn't get out was because of Sonic.
Okay. So
Sonic was like the key to that because he basically took in all their thing.
Okay, because so it's weird because all the friends, they take back the energy, but Eggman is still out. You know? That's why I think it's weird.
A little oversight, I guess.
Yeah, rushed, I guess.
I mean, this story has a bunch of those, but some of those were for different reasons.
Yeah. trying to think of any other negatives. Oh, I guess again, the very end felt just very rushed. When Eggman said I'm gonna help you find the Chaos Emeralds, he's just kind of gone, and then he shows up at the end and finds the last one. It's like, hey, here you go, goodbye. Do all the work.
DLC probably.
Yeah, hopefully DLC. Yeah. But like, we're eventually gonna make like a second video once all the DLC is out, and if the story doesn't get better, then oof. But for now, we just gotta assume the DLC will fix any loose ends. I mean, the voice directing Sonic, right? Like, I had a feeling they were evil, but
Yeah.
still kind of underwhelming.
Can't
Well,
trust the
this
voices
ended
in
up
your head.
what they actually ended up being, I guess.
Yeah, they wanted to tear down the wall dimensions to get out and be this form of entity, the end, Moonfin.
And then end up finding out that apparently the end is a personification of death.
Yeah.
And
But-
apparently moons have something to do with that.
I mean, yeah, that's like a dysphoria thing for like humans.
Maybe that's why we see it like that.
That's
Because
why, yeah.
I remember in a I remember like Kishimoto was saying like the thing with the end is that like it looks different to whoever is looking at it. So like to Sage it probably looks like whatever Sage is probably scared of, or to Sonic whatever he's afraid of, whatever that may be.
Maybe.
But we don't see it through their eyes, we see it through ours, which is the moon.
The moon.
I see what you're getting at. On the other hand, though, I feel like this is like a cop-out answer, but I do understand what you're getting at. Like,
It's a cop-out answer, but it's also one that makes sense.
it makes sense. It does make sense, because at that point, I'm like, why can't we just see it from Sonic's eyes? I want to see what he sees, you know?
To be fair,
Or
Sonic
Sage.
probably sees it as the moon too, honestly. Because if we're going off the, at least, theories in the past of that world just being Earth in a different timeline or universe, then it also being a moon would make sense.
Or maybe they just don't want to show off what Sonic's fear is.
I mean, Sonic's fear would probably be water, but how do you personify that?
Yeah.
You know nothing, fool. It's chaos. Perfect chaos 2. More water.
Actually,
Since it's death, it would just make the form of what would make him feel death, right?
Again, water. Or possibly Mephiles? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's non-canon now, so.
That'd be kind of cool, though.
Hey, they keep bringing
it-
Mephiles back. He's in the Forces mobile game.
Let that game die!
How did the ancients see this thing?
I have no idea, bro.
That's the real question. Yeah, how did the agent see this?
Because like you never see it when they do the flashback things.
Yeah, you really don't.
Well, except for like when they actually contain it into Supreme, or what would have been Supreme.
Yeah.
Because spoiler by the way, the Titans were the mech suits the ancients were controlling.
Yeah. I do like that, though.
Yeah,
You're fighting the mechs that they used to fight the end, like way back when.
yeah,
This thing has no true form.
No.
yeah. That's the thing too. This thing has no true form.
It has no true form.
You know, speaking of those cutscenes, bro, like, I was shocked how, like, whatever planet they were in got destroyed. That was a giant laser. Like, you can see that from space.
That laser scene just came out of nowhere.
That killed
bro.
billions of people. I was actually just, like, taken aback. I'm like, what the heck?
Bro, if this was Podak and Grasta right now, we never would have gotten that scene.
Yeah. Definitely not.
That's an interesting thing to know.
Yeah.
Want to know what the end's voiced by?
Who?
Amy and Eggman.
What? Actually, no, I
I knew
Maybe I could
Amy.
hear it.
I didn't know the
I know-
Eggman part.
not the Eggman.
Well, yeah, because like when you're actually fighting it during that final fight, it has like sort of a male inflection now because it's like corrupted.
It has like two voices.
Not even
Yeah.
that. Not even that. If you guys remember,
I wouldn't have thought that was Mike Pollock though. Like,
not even.
gosh.
If you guys remember the very first trailer when somebody was like saying Sonic over here or whatever that muffled voice line was, people were saying it was Amy.
It
I don't
was
know if
Amy.
It was Amy.
Yeah, but like that voice also sounds like part of the end. So
Yeah, that's fair too. I mean, to be fair, it is also Cindy Robinson's.
Cindy Robinson.
Good to see her back too after we thought she was leaving.
Monologue.
You know what's funny? People were comparing this to like Evangelion, and then the Japanese voices actually have people who have voiced in Evangelion.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
This was really just Sonic Evangelion.
Gosh,
we're
now
missing
you're making me think about that freaking ending part of Eggman looking out to the freaking ocean. And
Now we're just missing the Shinji scene.
Yeah.
If they know, they know.
So
They won't know.
Okay, so we're on the positives now, I guess.
yeah, I guess I'll transition from like the ancients and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
I
really
mean, we can still talk about that too, but
yeah, it's really cool. The Chaos Emeralds, like, it's confirmed now that they're from space. It's just like Archie Sonic, maybe not exactly, but
I mean, Ian wrote that part too.
yeah, I
And
know.
I'm like, it's nice that we're converting more of that stuff into the game canon, which, you know what, I'll take it. 'Cause
I'll take it too.
hopefully being here means we get more consistency, which is what I want. But
Exactly. It's interesting how we're getting more aliens now because I was trying to think back. Like, what aliens do we have? We have the Wisps, like recently.
Wisp, ancient,
Wisp,
Black Arms.
Black Arms.
The Babylonians.
arms,
Babylonians are aliens.
I guess the Babylonians, yeah, because they
Thank-
name dropped the Babylon Road.
Thanks, Zero Gravity.
Yeah.
Aside from those, I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think game-wise, that's it.
Game-wise, at least, yeah. But yeah, it's interesting that that the Chaos Emeralds aren't from not Mobius. I really want to call it Mobius, but I guess it's Earth for now.
But where's the Master Emerald from?
Yeah, that's a mystery we do not learn
Yeah.
because Master Emerald was already here, and when the
It
ancients,
brought the Chaos
yeah,
Emerald.
it brought the Chaos
Brought the
Emeralds
Chaos
here
Emeralds.
because the ancients they weren't able to control their ships or whatever, and they crashed in Earth or crashed. I guess I don't know, maybe settled.
Well, I mean, we get more development out of this too because Chaos is the descendant of the ancients. So
Yo, that's so cool. Okay, so one thing that's really cool that I just thought of earlier today, maybe somebody else brought it up already, but whatever. So you know how the ancients, like how Sonic, he gets like a GPS in his brain when he's running around
Mhm.
the island, and how these people are kind of like descendants, mutations, or whatever you want to call it, of Chaos. Like Chaos is like one organ that you see is his brain. So I thought that was like really cool. If it was like that was intended or something. Because the ancients, they really specify the brain or like transferring all your thoughts and stuff.
yeah, having like data spaces that were easily accessible and quick to read. So
Yeah.
kind of
So
interesting, really.
it's a nice
So-
explanation why this is called ancient tech. Like it's super old, but it's very advanced because it's not from this world. So
Yeah.
and
Does that mean this whole time Chaos was speaking ancient?
maybe it's possible.
It could be that the Chow also learned the language from the ancients.
That's also true.
Also,
too.
getting in that too, considering that the ancients also put like their beings into the cuckoos themselves. But
Yeah, like all that were like reminded me of
Coco.
yeah, the Cocos. I think even Sonic brought it up in one of the optional dialogues of Knuckles that like it reminded them of Takal. Like she'll literally
Yeah.
like ingrain like cutscenes in your head, kind of like what the ancients are. She was literally a spirit ball of light, like guiding everyone in Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
So I really do enjoy the connections of adventure and frontiers and all that stuff. So I really do hope.
Oh, I guess that's going back to negatives. Did you guys feel like the callbacks were forced?
No.
No.
So here I remember. Okay, so Ian Flynn was getting dragged for like a week or so because people
Yeah.
were making fun of the cutscenes of like him referencing other games. Literally, the number one complaint I've seen for like the past 12 years about this franchise was the lack of consistency.
Right.
We bring somebody who's like the king of that, and now people are like dogging on it. Like, stop!
Yeah.
Like-
this franchise needed a bandage for like the past 12 years, and we got it.
Yeah.
Like for a franchise that's gone so long without being like really consistent, honestly, this is like the best way you can go about it.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah. And I think really he did it. Ian does what he does really well because he's like he takes stuff that's not his, and if he has to adapt it, he does it in a way that makes sense and fits really well.
yeah. Like when we talk
like,
about
Even thinking about it, he does it in this game because they addressed the problem with Tails had that
Hey,
Tails had in Forces.
yeah, they literally like Sonic Forces Tails is probably my worst Like, I didn't think I'd hate that Tails more than Lost World, but like Forces did it somehow. But like,
I don't know. I don't know. Lost World pretty up there, bro.
Yeah,
trust
I'm going to
Eggman
be
more
real.
than-
I am
yeah,
going to be real.
yeah,
Nothing,
absolutely.
nothing will make me hate a Tails more than Lost World Tales.
I don't
You know what?
Forces one is still pretty stupid.
Like-
they're both up there. Yeah.
Forces, yes, it's bad because he's just being a bitch out of nowhere. But it's like Lost World Tales is just an asshole for the sake of being an asshole.
Yeah, you're right. He was being an asshole.
Like we get it. You're smart. Shut the
You
fuck
don't
up.
trust me? I've heard, Sonic.
you trust
Why would he not trust you? Y'all have been together for like years.
Years.
You're the first person he'd probably trust with any of this information.
No kidding. Yeah, you know, I take it back. You're right. I forgot about how bad Lost World Tales was. But yes, I do like how they twisted that because, again, people are saying it's forced, but like even Sonic and Tails' first interaction on Chaos Island, Ian Flynn was already planting those seeds. Tails was saying like, "Oh man, Sonic, you're always saving me," and Sonic Con was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean?" And then he kind of ignores it, and then it kind of builds up to it later. I guess you could say like the blatant flashbacks from random games. You could say it's a little goofy, but I think it's fine. Like it adds context to what they're talking
I
about.
mean, I think it works in the context of the story.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little forced, like the fact that they literally took a screenshot of three Knuckles for Knuckles. But
That one is forced. That one I don't like. I didn't see the resemblance at all.
Yeah.
But hey, we learned that some of these ancients actually did go to Angel Island, so there is correlation there. Even though I
I
don't.
mean, it would explain how the Chow got there.
That too.
But the only time I will say it probably feels forced is if you really finna sit there and just listen to any of those like the dialogue he gets when he just stands still sometimes.
I love those. There's like a
I
compilation.
wouldn't say that's forced. That's just flavor text.
That's
somehow
like
hard
the
to get
only
through.
time where you
Yeah.
could, I guess, say it's forced, but like even then, it's like it's just idle talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys get any of those in gameplay? The only one I got was Omegas.
I got the
Uh,
Mystic Ruins one because I went by that waterfall.
I think everybody gets that one.
Yeah. I mean, that one's probably one of the easiest ones to get. I missed the.
I got the Tangle one,
Tango? I did not get the
And-
Tango one.
Yeah.
I think like when I got to Rhea, I got not like they weren't like the fan servicey ones. It was just the ones where he was like talking about like how he can't like remember himself or some shit.
Yeah.
Like
No,
like
I-
when
I'm
we
glad
were
I
saying
missed
like
that
his
one
name,
too,
like
yeah.
he was forgetting his name, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
no,
good, bro?
apparently as it goes on, he's forgetting stuff about himself, and I missed that one too, and I was like, oh, that would have been nice to have in the context of the story.
Yeah.
And, like one of them says he felt like he was getting numb,
Okay, I think I got that one.
like he couldn't feel himself like run,
Yeah.
Dang.
like he's moving but he couldn't feel it, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're in pain.
You need to sit down, sir.
Sir, you okay? You sound like you need a medical help.
Yo, can I talk about, like, in the context of video games, right? Usually all the stuff will happen, like, in a day or in an afternoon. I know he can take it,
I
but,
mean,
like,
with the day and
geez.
night cycle, technically this takes place over like probably like a week.
Yeah, you're kind of
So-
right. The first day on the island, he gets thrown into, like, 3 different buildings or something. Like, already a bad start, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's these titans where, like, you have to fight, and they're like, oh, yeah, you can't beat them normally. You need to go supersonic.
Alright, so where's the chaos?
But, yeah, I know we're jumping all over the place, but the character interactions for Tails, he got redeemed in this game. He got
I
redeemed.
think they re-railed just about everyone. I mean, Knuckles was kind of already on the path because Forces kind of did it a little bit,
Yeah.
but
I'm gonna be real. I think Amy got like the worst out of all of it. But
I
I mean, Amy
agree.
did get the worst out of it.
I
But it's
agree.
also within her
like
character.
it was like it was a good thing. It was a good characterization. It was just like she got the worst compared to the other two.
Yeah.
I would
But
even...
to be fair, Amy didn't really need a whole lot because she was already kind of
Like
where
going
she
through
is
it.
right now.
Yeah.
So she didn't really
Really?
need like that true character development moment like the other two did.
I don't know, because, like, I'm looking back at Amy's, like, history through, like, the games, right? We're not talking about Boom, we're not talking about all of that, right?
Yeah.
So, aside from, like, SA1, and, like, maybe maybe the bit of Unleash, but I could be remembering wrong. Aside
I'd
from
say Unleash
those,
counts. Yeah.
yeah, aside from those two, a lot of her like motive, oh, I'm gonna chase Sonic and be kind of annoying, or the gag of she's grabbing a hedgehog and it's not Sonic. Oh, it's like, oh, you're not Sonic, you're Shadow. Oh, you're not Sonic, you're Silver. Oh, you're not Sonic, you're Furry Sonic. I mean, you're Sonic, but you're not Sonic. I don't know. It felt like I do feel like Amy needs like something else aside from like, simping for Sonic. But on the other hand, though, it felt weird that she wasn't in this game. She wasn't crushing over him at all. I don't know. I don't mind them taking the bringing love to the world approach. I just thought it felt weird not to see that from her.
I'll
That's
take
a
some
good
getting
answer,
used to.
develop.
Because, like, she doesn't really do anything else, but they...
Yeah.
I mean, they bring in her tarot card reading again, which they
Oh, yeah,
kind of
they did,
enforced
yeah.
back in.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amy got the worst end of the stick for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Because-
she doesn't get that defining moment, like, Knuckles actually trying to ease off so much, and, like, maybe I need to see the World War, get off the island,
Yeah.
and then
on the other-
Tails adjusting for himself after Forces, but...
Yeah, I wonder what the approach is for Knuckles, because I do like how Ian Flynn is setting up that everybody's going to go on their solo adventure, whether it be like we get another adventure game in the future or maybe spin-offs. That'd be cool, right? A spin-off for other characters came back.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're going to handle the Master Emerald thing, because again, remember when continuity was bad? Like, Knuckles would just be there, and everybody would be saying, why aren't you on Angel Island, right? For example. Like,
Yeah.
would they have a situation like in Archie Sonic, for example, like the Chaotix will look after Angel Island while Knuckles is gone, for example? I know...
They could do that. I feel like they should do that, because...
Yeah. It's possible. It's an idea. Because another idea I had in mind was Knuckles was talking about how the defenses at Starfall Islands was great. Maybe he creates some layer that protects the Master Emerald while he's out. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, if Knuckles went back to like, or not really went back, but owned his treasure hunting style a lot more. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Tails already has the basis, because Tails already had his own spin-offs beforehand.
We'll just stop
So
being a
they can-
bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which hopefully ends now.
I'm hoping that, too.
Yeah, even in one of the Eggman memos, Eggman even praises Tails. He's like, yo, this kid has a lot of potential, being held back by Sonic because he's always with
He's
him.
always following in the shadow, yeah.
Yeah. He even says that for Amy, too. There's like, let me find the exact one. I have it open here. So, it appears Amy Rose has been dragged into the mix. Clever girl, tenacious. She comes a long ways since being an easy pawn in my schemes to snare Sonic. Oh, Sonic CD. It seems like she had trouble finding herself, but when you hang around with someone with as big as an ego as Sonic, self-identification has to be a challenge. I found that line so funny, but also, like, probably true.
I mean, considering Pontek and Grab, Sonic had a huge ego, and it was like...
Oh, yeah, definitely. So big, a lot of people hated him.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he still does, but I think, at least with Ian, there's a better balance.
There's a balance, yeah, that's the big
Yeah.
thing, right? Because when everybody says they want a more serious story, I guess, like, the extremists would think, oh, you just want everything to be, like, death, oh, everybody's miserable, blah, blah, blah. But, like, that's...
No, we want
No.
we want the tone the Match the Adventure games is what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the adventure games are serious, yes, but they're also really freaking goofy.
Yeah. Yeah, they really are. Like, again, like, I'm really happy with, especially the character interactions. Obviously, all the characters, like Amy, Tails, and Knuckles, like, good. Thank you, right? But I also love the interactions between all of them, especially Sonic and Knuckles, because I feel like we haven't had an opportunity to have, like, Sonic and Knuckles, like, together that isn't, like, Mania, where they're mute, where they can actually, like, interact and, like, talk about stuff. So I love the Knuckles and Sonic
It
part the
brings
most.
back the friendly rivalry aspect that those two have.
Absolutely, I love that, bro.
Really? Nah. Ares Island was nothing but gay tension, bro.
You're right. You're right. It was gonna get the bromance. You see how these men are eyeing each other up like
They were
3
just staring each other
separate
down, bro. Making a little,
OTP?
Somebody out there wants it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I know for sure lots of people want that.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I need to bring up a negative. I completely forgot since I mentioned Knuckles. I hate how Sonic loses the Chaos Emeralds. I hate it so much. I wish... I don't know how you'd make him lose the Emeralds, because I remember when this game was out, right? I wasn't looking into it too much, and obviously most of the gameplay was on the first island. So when I saw, like, the 7 Chaos Emerald on the side, I'm like, wow, you have the Emeralds pretty early in the game. But I didn't think they would just keep resetting every island. So, when I figured out...
they explained this on the first island. They made cages specifically to hold the emeralds.
Yeah. Which is cool, by the way. I do like that. The thing that annoyed me was, you know, Super Sonic's supposed to be, like, invincible, like, super tough, and then, like, a laser shoots him, a laser pointer hits him, and he loses the emeralds. It's like, come on, you could have come up with something better.
Well, I think from what he said, he is invincible, but he's not, like, truly invincible.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like,
but, you're gonna take a hit.
I mean, yeah, if you're invincible, you still don't want to get punched, right? It's kind of like immortality thing, right? You won't die, but, like, you don't want to get punched. You're obviously going to defend yourself. How did that one laser get rid of the emeralds, bro? How? I need to know.
I think, I don't know if I'm
probably just lost the rest of his rings to get that hit. Because remember, there are attacks that make you lose rings even at Supersonic.
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I don't
think there's any in like Frontier's gameplay itself, but just like past Supersonic fights, there have been attacks.
Oh yeah,
that
you're right.
make you
You're
lose
right.
the
You're
rings.
right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I think Tails like mentioned it on the 3rd island. Race. I don't know if he was talking about like the end itself or the lasers that they were shooting off at the end, but
Oh right, the ones that got compared to the Eclipse cannon.
yeah, I would assume that like those lasers are like pretty fucking strong.
You know what? Now that you mentioned Eclipse Cannon, you know, a cannon that's dedicated to like harness Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah,
I could believe that now. You know,
now you think about it, because like when he did mention that, like those things were made to stop that thing that destroyed their planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm pretty sure they'll take him down.
All right, I can live with that.
I do like on the 3rd island, he actually did try to start the dodging them, but still got shot.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll dodge this time. Turn on aim assist.
To be fair, for the second one, he didn't really expect it, but like the 3rd island, it was just like, god damn,
You gotta
they
die
really
now.
want me down.
Yeah.
They had him covered from all angles.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, you see every boss has like that stupid big laser attack for some reason when it hits pitch mode.
That's true.
Not that it does anything in gameplay, because I swear I never get hit by it.
It's funny how like the Titans are just chilling there, not doing anything until you pull up with the emerald. Like, oh shit, now I gotta do something.
I think it's only Gigantos that actually does something.
Yeah, Giganto for sure. Yeah, but the other two, they're just
Wyvern's not really in Knights.
I mean, what does Wyvern
remember.
really need to do? It's up in the sky. It's not like you can reach it normally.
Yeah.
And I don't remember fucking Knights.
See, I remember. So Sage can't control them. She can aggro them towards Sonic. So she did it one time, then gave up. She did it once. Sonic managed to barely get away, and then she didn't do it again. I guess. Sure.
Well, I just find it funny on the 3rd island that it's not even Knight that does it to you. It's freaking Fortress.
Oh, I thought it was Knight, like a shield. Like the shield like spinning like on the 2D section when you're running.
Well, I'm mainly thinking about the cutscene that leads to that whole like 3-minute long chase sequence, and you have to chase it down.
Yeah. That's
Fortress. She said that after you.
Oh.
Maybe Knight also does something, and I forgot.
Because I know
spent like 30 hours in that game, so.
Right.
No. The Knight comes after you the first time with the shield, and you're running on Squid.
Ah, okay, yeah. So you're
and then
running
he kill, and then he murks Squid.
Oh yeah, he does. Friendly fire. Oh yeah. Speaking of the enemies, I remember going into this game. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get tired of looking at these robots. It never happened actually.
No, these designs are neat.
Like
Looking at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I do love when games do this, attention to detail, is my favorite comparison to make. In Sonic Adventure 2, right? 9 times out of 10 you're fighting gun robots. But like in the hero story, when you're in the pyramid area at Eggman's secret hidden pyramid base, by the way, with the neon signs and all. You're fighting badniks, so I do like when the enemies, they stay true to the enemies that you're fighting.
Well, don't forget, you start fighting artificial chaos when you're on the arc too.
That too, right? Yeah, you find artificial chaos on the arc. Yeah, I do like when the games do that. So I didn't even get tired of them, and I did like how you're just fighting ancients. You didn't fight any of Eggman's robots. I mean, Eggman's robots were there, but they got murked by either the Guardians or the Titans themselves.
I mean, we saw that one Forces Destiny robot on Chaos for some reason.
Yeah, he probably got murked by the Knight. Good. I hate that. I hate that robot.
But imagine if you got to fight it though.
No. You just be Q2E again like Forces.
You know, I'm thinking about this. They ain't making the idea of spitball from the ancients.
Okay.
There's a
Probably.
freaking pinball mechanic on Chaos for some reason.
I hate the ancients' definition of fun, bro. Why are we playing crane game in the desert? That was
Who
terrible.
said it was supposed to be fun?
It
No
was
one thought it
terrible.
supposed to be fun.
They
It
were
was-
meant to be challenges.
You see, the challenge of Finn was the depth perception, and even when I was
Man.
off, the game would like autocorrect for me. Ugh.
Yeah. That's why you just let it do it for you.
I didn't like that.
Gosh, the
I
freaking
hated
pinball
pinball.
minigame, though. The
Okay.
pinball.
So here's my thing for pinball, right? In Sonic 2, like Casino Night Zone, pinball's optional, right? If you want to go farm rings, all you, man, go for it.
Yeah.
Sonic Heroes, like Bingo Highway, Casino Park, there were times where you did have to enter a pinball stage, but in my opinion, I didn't find it that bad, and even then, there are some ways where you can escape, or even if you failed, you just ended up on like a lower path, right? Not that bad, right? Some people could argue with me, and that's fair because Sonic Heroes is janky, right? This game, you're forced to play that for that long, and dude, I was losing my mind when the ball would just go into like the inescapable place where you lose a life. I would just restart if I died, I lost a life like really early. It was, oh, I hated it so much.
Like, I didn't think it would be that bad, because, like, it's pinball. It makes sense for Sonic, but it's like, that thing doesn't have the best physics behind it, and they
No.
want you to play it until you hit 5 million. And then the game still doesn't end when you hit 5 million, because
You have to
let the ball
escape.
leave.
There were times where I'd use the flipper, the ball would glitch under my flipper, and then go back up. I would have panic attacks, bro. I was like, no, don't go! And then it would just come back, and I'm like, okay, what the heck was that?
I beat it like first go, so
It must be nice, Shad. It must be nice to be you.
I ain't got that.
It must be nice.
The problem with me is the score. Why is
So,
it
like,
5
honestly,
million?
it really is the score though.
The
Yeah,
score's bad.
why is it 5 million?
It's so steep. If it was like 1 million, it'd be sent in a different tune. I'd still hate it, but I hate it a lot less.
And I'm like, I'm at least thankful that the multiplier goes up to 256.
And-
But, my gosh, why is it 5 million?
And that pinball stage isn't even that fun either. Like, I'm trying, I could be wrong, it could be nostalgia talking, but like Casinopolis and Sonic Adventure, right? Like, you need to collect rings and stuff. I found those pinball stages a lot more interesting. And even then you had a backup. You can just kill yourself and then you're in the sewers.
If you don't score, you get into the sewers. Dude,
Yeah. Just don't get hit when you're down there. Or you're gonna be
Oh, that'd be the
making a
worst,
second
yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got their pinball quota, I guess.
I mean, I feel like it's not the end of the world. It's just a store requirement, man. So like,
Games.
I
always
got
look
there, it was like,
like,
oh no, pinball section, and it was rocking out because like the music they chose to use with it was using like old arcade Sega style instruments, so it sounded like it was something out of like Outrun or Fantasy Zone.
Mhm. What's crazy to me is that like the game doesn't even need that because this Sonic game compared to all the other ones, at least in recent time, this one's like full price. Like all the other Sonic games, like a few years ago before this, they would lowball the price. But because this is a lengthy game and like they're confident in it, they put it full price. So you could really get away like removing a bunch of these mini games, and the game would still be fine.
Like, I was worried that they said when they estimated this game was gonna be 20 hours long. I was like, I don't think they're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Nope, they got there.
Yeah.
They got there because me going after everything took me 31 hours.
The detours add up. They really do.
Yeah.
Especially on
And
your first playthrough when you don't know where the friend will spawn next to activate the next sequence. He could like spawn like somewhere you already been to and explored. It's like, oh, I was already over there. Now I gotta go back.
Yeah, the map's handy. So
Yeah.
True.
but that was worried. I was worried the game wasn't also going to carry itself, because then it became all right. If you're going to do open world and you're going to make this collectathon, how do you make this not feel like busy work?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they solved that for me personally, because the thing that kept me going was like the side stories, all the flavor text.
Flavor text really helped, yeah.
Yeah.
Really, all the side stuff.
Also, just running around. We never really had a open sandbox run around Sonic being cool and stuff.
Officially.
Yeah. Officially, right. Because, you know, the meme of Sega hired that guy, let's go!
They hired
Well,
this man.
Just think of all the fan processes that have kind of proved that kind of open-ended level design can work for the
Good work.
series.
True.
People
Yeah,
will
work
cite
if you
Sonic
do it, right?
Utopia. I'll look at Sonic GT, but
Oh, dude, how long ago was Sonic Utopia? Jeez Louise.
Like,
2017.
It can work if you
like
do
when
it.
Forces happened.
Jeez, man, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Utopia was fun, though, back when I did play it. I
Come
enjoyed
on, Frontiers will never be as good as Sonic Omens.
it. Consider it a bad
Yeah,
omen.
Just nonsense. Man, actually like those stuff.
Dude, they got
Played through
they
that
got
3
Twilongered or
times.
something. I saw that. I'm like, man, that's tough, and I kept going on with my day because I don't care too much about Sonic fan game drama.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I guess them acknowledging the pinball in the story, it's like sure, cool, I guess. Is rather it not be here.
Why do the ancients like pinball?
Yeah, why do they like pinball? I don't think pinball's that very fun. I feel it's too RNG.
Like, no. Actual pinball, I think it's fun.
The
I
ancient
enjoy a good pinball
Kill
table.
yourself.
Yeah.
Well, this actually makes me wonder. So, if the ancients like pinball, who the fuck made pinball?
Exactly. Who in that universe made pinball? Like, because it wasn't the. Did the ancients actually just make pinball, or is it just?
Or
They
maybe
get that from somewhere.
Or maybe it's just a universe of pinball. Like Sonic's universe is just a pinball-themed world.
Pinball planet.
I mean, Sonic himself can be a pinball.
Exactly.
Actually, no, that actually does sound like something to do a fucking pinball planet.
I mean, I'd take it as an excuse to make like a sequel to Spinball, except do it right.
I mean, there is Sonic Casino Forest. There's a random.
It's crazy. Remember that Sega had a pinball division. How did they not make a Sonic themed pinball table?
I don't know.
It costs money.
Yeah, but they were making them.
You know what made me happy? In Aris Island, where like Big is, like that underground area,
Mm-hmm.
gave me Sonic Chronicles vibes. Say what you will about the game, I love like that dark blue cavey aesthetic that game had going. I love it. Made me happy. Also, they mentioned that Knuckles is the last Echidna, so rip Shade. Rip Shade the
She
Echidna.
died.
I mean, we're never getting shade.
I mean,
think
yeah, you
Penders-
never get it back. It's not even like just Penders. That's owned by BioWare.
BioWare? Okay.
Well, Penders was the one who brought it up in the first place. We were getting cards
He's the
with them
catalyst!
until that lawsuit
He's the
happened.
catalyst! It always circles back to him!
But then I find out that he didn't own anything about her
Wow, but he
at
threw...
all. He didn't own anything on her.
Of course not. You're just supposed to hog every Echidna possible.
But like, I think she does belong to
It wouldn't shock me if she actually does belong to
Bio.
BioWare.
Yeah, she just
Yeah.
belongs to BioWare, so it's. I think
In which
that's
case, we're definitely not seeing her back as Tanksy, eh?
Yeah.
For any Sonic lore Andes, it's time to rejoice because ever since Flynn came back, I think Katie or whatever, I think the current manager for like social media PR, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they announced that they were looking to hire people specifically for the Sonic lore department to make sure all the
I think
continuity.
that's crazy. Lore management is a job position at this company.
You think it's weird, but if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense.
It makes sense.
It makes
no
a
one
lot.
else would need
It
this.
sounds so
Yeah.
stupid, but it makes sense because they need to put everything together and figure out what's going on.
Gotta have consistency now.
Literally, paid fan fiction writer. That's literally what it is. That's amazing.
Just hire all your comic writers.
Yeah, pretty
For
much.
being real.
True.
Honestly,
agree.
yeah.
I agree. So the ancients, they've transferred their spirits into these Cocos, they were in the ancients like always, or were they on the island and then they fused themselves into the island people? I think the Cocos were just part of the ancients, right? Like in them.
They were like carvings they made, and then they imprinted like their memories from the data.
That's it.
into
Okay.
The Cocos themselves.
Yeah. Because I remember like watching the first time like Amy was trying to get the true love together, and then they died. I was like, what? They're dead.
Yeah, it just dead.
They just
They
died.
moved on.
They moved on. So I was expecting that, but I kind of like how it's somewhat of a, maybe it's not intentional, maybe I'm reading too much into things, but it's kind of like a parallel to like Sage watching Sonic. It's like Sonic and Enterfriend here, they're trying to help these Cocos, but they already know the end result. They're gonna die. So what's the point of doing all of it? Because Sage just assumes that they're all screwed anyway, but Sonic's still keeping forward or moving forward.
Let them reach their end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end.
I mean, he says it to Tails. We're not helping them with their problems. We're helping them move on.
Move on, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is kind of them because Sonic helped Chaos move on with the call, so that was cool. Again, I love the Sonic Adventure parallels, dude. Oh, so good. Hey, I guess we didn't really talk about Sage that much. What are you guys' opinion on Sage?
Best thing to happen to Eggman.
Egg Dad.
Egg
Egg
Dad,
Dad.
indeed.
Speaking of Eggman, I loved his characterization in this, even if he barely got any fucking screen time.
Any screen time he had was fantastic. Like, not only Mike Pollock was awesome, they gave him the perfect lines to use. I feel like video game Eggman, this was something video game continuity Eggman was kind of missing in my opinion, because I think even before Unleashed, Eggman didn't really have a right-hand man or a second-hand person. I think in Unleashed they had like a prototype Cubot or Orbot or something.
Prototype
Orbot.
Orbot, and then Orbot and Cubot.
Yeah.
Colors.
Yeah, and then even
a
then...
right-hand man that isn't comedic effect or
Yeah.
quiet blue robot man.
Well, or completely incompetent.
Yeah. The henchman that we did get was Orbot and Cubot, and this is during the era that a lot of people did not like, from like Colors onward. So it'll be nice to see Eggman's more humane side and stuff like that, because it was really funny seeing Eggman. I don't want to team up with Sonic. I know we've done it like 4 times now or something, but I don't want to do it. And then when Eggman gives Sonic the Chaos Emerald and he flies away, he's like, "Yeah, that's my rival." And then Sage looks at him, he's like, "Oh, I hate this." I like seeing that side of Eggman.
You're officially part of the Eggman.
I love that.
Whatever you say, Eggman.
Whatever, just give me the fucking emerald.
Give it to me. I also like the line where when they decide to team up, it's like, we need to get the Chaos Emeralds. Oh, I'll help fund the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic isn't fast enough. Hey, wow. I love that line so much.
Yeah.
Again,
I miss that anyway. Them just chopping at the bit of each other. We need more of this.
yes, and that isn't cringe, by the way.
Yeah.
One of the Egg memos mentioned how Eggman's name came to be, right? How Sonic called him Eggman and make it as a joke, but he kind of flipped it and used it as a way to anger people. And then he shot down Baldy Big Nose Hair. He's like, I don't like that one. I hope that's the end of that arc. I don't like that at all.
I'm
Honestly,
pretty sure this is their way of shooting that down.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's what I took.
Especially
it
just like in the comics. When they shot that down.
as. Thank goodness.
yeah, by Eggman quoting T4 Star.
This will never be funny. Stop saying that.
You know what's crazy? In one of the Egg memos, they even referenced Team Sonic Racing. You guys know what planet Donpa is?
What?
That's
Yeah, it's the world the Dappa's from. So
the one that they're racing in Team Sonic Racing. Because they
did
have.
they actually race on planet Dampa? Because I don't think they did.
I thought they did. You know what? Let me.
No, I don't think they did.
Did they not?
They raced on Planet Wisp,
It was like Planet Wisp.
Sorry, viewers. I don't have it again.
and the rest
Earth.
was on Earth, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because like Final Fortress.
Oh, I could have.
Yeah, the rest was on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like, what, Rooftop Run, Seaside Hill?
Rooftop Run,
Final
Seaside
Fortress.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Ice Mountain.
Yeah.
I also love one of the Egg memos where Eggman talks about Maria and how he was like jealous of all the attention that she was getting,
Yeah,
even though she's gone. I did like that.
it's a good tie-in.
Yeah, the
Just
Eggman was.
them, they dropping the Babylon Lorg so they actually get to exist out of writers for like all of 2 seconds.
Oh yeah. In my opinion, again, this is headcanons, but I guess it's official now. I always thought Riders was a part of the continuity, even though there was like no
There's
true
no,
attachment.
there's nothing saying it's not canon.
Yeah. There's nothing, but there's nothing saying that there is.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I think the first Riders is easier to place than Zero Gravity and Free Riders.
Yeah, I agree. But honestly, Free Riders, you could just put it anywhere after all those characters got introduced, because all they're really doing is talking about racing each other and they're being on TV and stuff. Zero Gravity was like the more story central one, with more aliens.
Aliens.
The Babylonians.
And gravity
We
defying
thought we were
robots.
genies.
Yeah. What were they cooking with that?
I don't know, but for some reason this robot became a fucking ultra demon just into a black hole.
Yeah, no kidding.
Still got the most nicest theme ever for a stage, but like, why is this? What the fuck?
What is going on? I thought it was a race about airborns.
Tango and Whisper are getting closer to actually being canon game characters.
Closer, they are canon.
They I guess they are.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
The next step would be them actually appearing in an official game. That's
yeah.
not a mobile game.
I guess we can also say the Olympic Games are canon because although Styx is from Sonic Boom, she did appear in Rio, and Rio also has Mario. Does that mean Sonic has canonically met Mario like at least 5 times now, or 6, however many Olympic Games?
Sonic and Mario are chummy now. We've accepted this.
But
They're
yeah,
just bros. They hang out every now and then at the Olympics.
so Ian Flynn has this podcast. I haven't watched the full episode yet, but I know it exists because I follow him, and sometimes people will clip what he says. So now that he's a part of, the game writing, lots more people, they're trying to squeeze more, lore out of him because, people want to know more. He said something, again, don't 100% quote me, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. He said that some of the people higher up at Sega kind of want everything to be canon. Like, IDW, movies, the shows, the game. He was very vague on it, and he just said to wait. So, I'm curious what that means going forward for, like, the lore and all of that. It's just,
Everything will come together soon.
everything will come together soon. But it's also going to be kind of annoying, as in, we might get information, like, just exclusively from, like, a podcast or something, but from what I can tell, he's trying to be good about this. People are going to, like, try to get as much information as possible, like, take somebody says out of context and, like, run with it or something like that, and just makes everything, like, crazy. That's, like, my one concern out of all of
Ian's
this.
good about NDAs.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering with Tangle and Whisper, are they just gonna have a game where are they gonna be like a Silver the Hedgehog, where they just give them a new continuity to work with that isn't the Metal Virus from IDW? Because I don't know.
To be fair, there's nothing saying that also can't work itself. So.
That is true, but on the other hand, though,
Adapt it into a game.
I would love that as a game. That's what I'm saying. I would love that as a game,
I love
bro.
that as a game too.
I would love that as a game, bro. Fighting enemies you can't touch, yo. Or a mechanic where you have to go fast so you don't die.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
No, I just realized. There was one thing I forgot to mention that I actually did really like that this game does do, and this like ties back to like the animation aspect of Frontiers. Is the like cyber corruption thing? They actually show him affecting him in his idle animations.
Yeah, I do like that. Nice attention to detail.
Especially when he gets to like the 4th island where he's like practically on the floor.
Oh, that's bad.
That man is slouched over about to collapse.
Hey guys, Twitter, look, idle animations. Now stop crying.
It's not enough.
I do wish they did like a bit more and like show it like affecting him like when he does like in like movements or like make him more sluggish or something. But
Oh, dude, you reminded me.
take what you can get.
This is extreme like reaching and hopium, but like I was hoping that maybe we'd get like the corruption will make him dark, and they could reintroduce like Dark Supersonic or something from Sonic X that happened for like 10 seconds. But in the anime,
You and everyone else.
man, that's what that reminded me of. Everybody else were saying that? Okay, because like when
Like, well, one was because somebody, a leak, quote unquote, said some shit on that, and then another was just because like how it was going with the whole arm thing. It made you feel like he was probably just gonna get another form.
Oh, I see.
Because they were like going like based off like storybook type deal.
Yeah.
I do like that approach of story. Sonic gets corrupted or cursed or something, and he has to deal with it. I don't know how many people know. The way how Sonic acts, he's very introverted. He'll try his best not to tell people if he's feeling bad or something. He'll like to hide it. So seeing like plot devices.
Don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah, so seeing plot devices where something is literally killing him. It was nice to see how it
Don't worry
reacts.
about it as he's just coughing. That was like him on the entirety of Island 3.
No kidding.
Like I'm worried about you. Okay, and
Especially the kid
I'll be
who
alright.
hangs out with you all the time, right? He just knows you from top to bottom. You don't look so good, and I'm like, I'm fine. Dude,
Bro, it's fine.
dude-
I'm worried about you.
I was so sad, like, when Sonic's at Island 4, and then, like, Tails runs up to him, he's, like, trying to grab his arm, he's like, you be careful. I'm like, oh, that's so sad.
Bro, this might actually be one of the most emotional games we've gotten in a long time.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Like, seeing Tails beat up on himself like that, the freaking Knuckles actually feeling like some kind of a remorse for not getting off the island. Feeling like he was like kind of wasting his life, but. And then Eggman at the end, bro. Eggman breaking at the end, bro. That one
Yeah,
actually got me.
the Eggman cracked. Like, when Sonic comes back from the fight and Sage is gone, yes, SC2 vibes, Shadow doesn't come back. Except he did, but, like, not the way he wanted. But,
Bro, and I'm thinking about it too, like, the first song that you get in the credits, bro, that one hits hard, like,
it
how
does.
the song in Unleashed when Chip was gone hits hard.
It does hit hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one thing I always wondered, one thing always bothered me, like maybe in an alternate universe if we always had Flynn right in the games, like post Sonic Unleashed, Sonic would always be wearing the bracelet Chip had. Always didn't like that, how he just doesn't have it in the later games.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's a minor thing. Just me being me.
He threw it away somewhere.
Screw you, Light Gaia!
It's that
Throws it in a
Sonic's
lake.
non-existent house.
It is non-existent house, yeah, definitely.
Doesn't that man own a cabin or something?
I don't know.
No one really pinpoints it. It's like, because they keep changing. This is the problem with not having consistency. No one knows.
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna bring back Green Hill, like, give him a house at least.
Bring back Green Hill. Keep it on South Island and just bring South Island back.
who's to say he doesn't have a house?
No, South Island comes to wherever the game is.
I mean, yeah. If he has a South, it should be on South Island because that's where Sonic's from.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna bring back Green Hill Zone, at least do it consistently. It's like, oh, we're going back to South Island. Okay, cool. Green Hill Zone's there. I can accept this.
I know Tails. I know Tails had a house in Sonic Battle, but
You get no consistency.
it's like Emerald Town.
That one I could exist because like they're probably just all like labs to him from him being like originally from West Side Island. And I could buy Tails like not wanting to go back.
Yeah. Again, the character interactions, fantastic. Learning somewhat of the origins of the Chaos Emeralds, fantastic. The end, the final boss was
Bit more.
a bit more.
A bit more.
But again, I know this is like a cop-out answer, but DLC's on the way. Maybe they could fix something. Now that they have time, they could add more to it. More context.
Man, really thinking about this because you can tell that this stuff absolutely wasn't planned. We're actually getting other characters playable.
Dude, I've been waiting for this for so long.
Don't get too excited.
On the other hand...
Specifically, other playable characters that aren't just a variation of Sonic.
Yeah. On the other hand,
you know
though...
they're gonna be a variation of Sonic, bro. You know they are.
See, I don't mind them being a variation of Sonic, not just a blatant variation of Sonic.
Yeah, it's not just Sonic with a palette swap. It's actually like a different character that's based off Sonic moveset, but they have stuff that makes them unique.
Like,
That would be the hope anyway.
Yeah, like for example, not just forces, like where you can play Shadow, it's just Sonic with a boost.
It's just Sonic.
Like,
Again,
I mean, that was always going to be the case anyway, though.
That's true, but like even though I hate 06, but like for example in 06 they gave Shadow Chaos powers. Yeah, it sucks he doesn't have a bounce bracelet, but they gave him a bunch of other stuff he can do. So if it's to like that degree,
he didn't have the bounce bracelet in SC2 either.
I know he didn't have it either. That's why he was the worst Sonic in that game, at least for gameplay. But then in multiplayer they didn't give Sonic the bounce bracelet because that would have been unfair.
No, but we let Amy get specials at half cost.
She's a cheater. We don't talk about that.
Amy cheating her way to the win.
Actually, just like playable Tails, Knuckles, and Amy.
Yeah, so when I first heard about this, I'm like, cool, they're gonna be playable in the open world and that's gonna be really fun. And then I realized, wait, the entire story they're in cyberspace, so they're probably gonna make levels dedicated to them.
Yeah.
They could do both, honestly, considering the thing with them was that they were kind of like half there,
Half in, half
in
out?
cyberspace.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just going to get their own little, like, cyberspace levels,
Cyberspace,
and that's really it.
Which will make me sad, but at least we're a bit closer, you know? It's better than nothing. I hate
will
that
actually
excuse either, but...
I will take that, if anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a chance to fix what they didn't do right with cyberspace for Sonic anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, for one, I think they're probably going to do more, like all of these are probably going to be original, if not most of them. Which
Actually, no.
is probably going to be a fix right there.
Looking back at this, what the hell do they mean by new Coco?
I don't know. I'm just gonna wait for them. Like, I'm brainstorming for the Tails, Knuckles, Amy stuff because we have stuff that we can look back on. For the new Coco, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna see what they say. Yeah. I'm not gonna scratch my brain too hard on that. So, what I'm thinking in my head, right? The last time we had a 3D playable Tails that wasn't a gimmick was SA1, right? Or am I wrong?
SA1.
Oh, yeah, SA1. Because I guess you could technically say Heroes, but you can also say Heroes as a gimmick, right?
Heroes is also a gimmick. So.
Yeah.
Heroes is a gimmick because you can't get rid of them.
Oh, you
without
can.
murder.
You can if you put them on 2 different buttons, and then you can play as Tails for like a short bit where he throws dummy rings at people. But anyways, SC1 Tails, I'd be excited to play that again if it's like near the physics of that. I always love playing
Knuckles.
SC1, SC2. I love SC2 Knuckles. Like that's like one of my favorite Sonic characters to play in general. Like I know people say, haha, his levels suck, blah blah blah, Meteor Herd, bad space, blah blah blah. But I love playing with Knuckles, dude.
I mean, yeah, the level design isn't great and the radar sucks, but
Yeah.
he controls fine.
He controls fine. I like his control and all that. And seeing the prologue and all that stuff, I hope they give him some sick moves to use, like for combat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess there's combat, or maybe not because it's cyberspace, because you can't really
Cyberspace,
fight in
but-
cyberspace. So I don't know, but I'm looking forward to Knuckles the most. Amy, SE1, I think maybe. Heroes?
Maybe not the SA1 with hero
Heroes?
speed is what I'm
Hero
asking
speed?
for.
Yeah. Because the other times Amy's playable is in the 2D games, and that's really advanced, right? I'm not a big fan of Advanced 1 Amy. I know some people are, but I'm not. SE3 Amy,
Who
I
actually
guess.
played SA2 Amy? You know, the actual good one.
I don't count Sonic Adventure 2 Amy. That's like the Sonic reskin. Like,
No, sorry, I shouldn't say. I meant who actually played Advanced 2 Amy?
Advanced 2 Amy. Wait, was she actually playable in that game?
Yes, but
Yeah.
you had to get the Chaos Emeralds with
She
all
was
four
like a
characters.
secret character. or
Okay.
something.
You see, I thought she was fake like Shadow, because I remember people would make fake stuff like saying Shadow's in Advanced 2. You have to play
No,
this, this, and
Amy
this.
was actually an unlockable in Advanced 2.
I'll
You
have
just
to
had
see-
to get 28 Chaos Emeralds.
I'll have
And
to
who's
see-
doing that in Advanced 2?
Nobody. Psychopaths.
Me. Kidding.
I'll have to look up gameplay of that, because I've never seen that before. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I guess Advanced 3 Amy is basically just Advanced 2 Amy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but
minus
better.
the moves that get locked behind character swapping, because of Advanced 3.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I'm excited about. Like, the other stuff, cool, but, like, I can't wait for playable 3D characters again, and I hope this is, like, a push forward for the future where maybe we get more adventurous games or something to that degree. When I say adventure-esque, it doesn't have to be like SA3 or SA4. If you want to say, haha, 06 is Adventure 3, whatever.
Right. It doesn't have to have adventure in the
Exactly,
title. It
exactly.
just has to invoke the feel of it.
Exactly. That's exactly what I wanted. But yeah.
I'm hoping we get there too. But
yeah, me too. I don't know. For story, I can't think of anything else I want to say. If I did, I probably forgot.
Fix the plot hole issues that this story had, but otherwise we're in a good place right now.
Yeah. Yeah, like, going forward for Sonic, this is a good foundation. I don't know. Hopefully they don't just drastically change gameplay styles again for no reason.
Well, apparently they say this is the future, and I'm guessing since it was received mostly well, this is exactly what they're going for it with.
At this point, whatever they say, I stop caring, because you know how many times they said the year of Sonic, bro? Do you know how many years in a row they said this is the year of Sonic? And then nothing happens.
But nothing happens.
If you say 2022 is the year of Sonic, that's like, I would agree with you compared to the other years. But like, man.
I think last year had more validity than any other time they've said it. So.
Yeah, more validity, yeah.
It actually was the year of Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's not all game related, we got Sonic Prime, we got a movie.
We got the second movie.
Yeah, second movie.
Origins, if she actually gave a fuck about that.
Yo, you want to pay $40 for a botched Sonic 3 Knuckles ROM?
No,
Dude, with 2 extra games attached?
Apparently people did.
No, you pay $40 for a few
and
cutscenes.
apparently it worked.
And then pay $5 extra for
because
2D
Sonic
stages that feel like they came out of Sonic Forces but pixelized.
Well, you see, Sonic fans will buy Sonic 1 for the 40th time.
Don't see me wasting money on that shit.
You know what I did for the anniversary? I played Sonic 3 Air again.
You know what I did? Moved on.
Yeah. I just said, a not so good port. Okay. I'll just wait for Frontiers. It's coming later anyway.
And then, Frontiers happened, and it became the best-selling game since Generation. Technically
Congratulations.
Unleashed. So
I think it did even better than Generation.
It did even better than Generations.
And
it became the best-selling
like,
game since Unleashed.
I think like what I've been seeing now is that apparently it's still like one of the top-selling games right now.
Yeah.
Good for them. I'm just happy. I don't have to be mopey anymore, right? Because again, I wanted Ian Flynn. He's finally here now. Although Frontiers isn't perfect, because I know Frontiers is probably still in its honeymoon phase, because, give it a year until people are saying, was Frontiers actually mid? Frontiers wasn't as good as, whatever, those are all going to happen at some point. But
that happens with any game, whether it be good or bad.
True. Yeah, Frontiers isn't perfect, but I had fun with it. Even though the times where I didn't have fun, Sonic was still fun to play. So, even though Boost isn't my preferred playstyle, it's still enjoyable. Hopefully they work more onto that and don't just 180 like a Sonic Lost World after Generations. I still don't understand why they did that. But
it would have been fun if Forces in the Lost World switch places. I still feel like that would have been the path.
Yeah.
What if Forces and Lost World switch slots?
Yeah, if Forces was the game immediately after Generations, because that Forces was what people was asking for, and then we got Lost World, and then Forces also suffered for it because all the people that made Generations good were already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at least then, Forces might have been decent.
Decenter.
But you know what? Frontiers is fine if they actually do go forward with this, because I think the foundation we have right now, and we always say this, has promise.
Yes, it has promise.
And they did a good first attempt, but you have to fix on it for the next game.
Yeah. And I also really hope, this is what I've heard, word of mouth, again, not confirmed, but I heard that, for the first, year or two for Frontiers, they were just brainstorming way too long, which can explain why the end game felt very rushed. So hopefully,
remember, they did have to throw their first attempt out. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's first time they ever done something like this.
Yeah. It's the first time they do it.
It's an actual hit, so stay with it this time.
Yeah. And I said, super early on in the video, try to incorporate, the rails and stuff, to the actual world. Have some grass over, some springs or something. I don't know. Make it look like it's part of the world.
Yeah. Make it feel like it's fitting.
Yeah,
That's basically
feel organic. I know
Yeah.
springs and random places isn't organic, but make it Sonic organic, you know?
right. Like, just add like foundation to the rails. Even
Yeah.
maybe like make them like cobblestone or something. Like maybe it's like a bridge rail or something.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Or try to make it look nicer because, for example, I know it's kind of cheating because like you're kind of in the air all the time. Rail Canyon, everything feels like organic. We're like not on solid ground. We're kind of like the entire level's in the air, but you know it kind of feels like it's part of the world. If that makes any sense?
Yeah.
What's funny is that some of the rails actually do have a foundation
Yeah, some of them do.
next to
Yeah,
them. Some of them do.
some
but
of them
then,
that
like, most
do,
of them
they look
don't.
good.
Most of them don't.
Yeah, most of them don't. Yeah. The very blatant ones are the ones where you complete a lot of missions and there's rails like everywhere just to get you to everywhere faster. I get why they're there, but
The
it's
ancient
like
rails, bro. That's how the ancients got across.
it's how they got across, bro. They couldn't make cars with their crazy technology.
It's like, what, how many years back? I don't think they had cars, yet they had ships, but you know.
Yet they made pinball.
We don't understand their ways.
We don't.
They're too ancient.
And we can ask them because he died and passed on. Mr. Chance.
For shame.
Yeah, and even then, nobody could speak of it, but like, you know, the half-dead friends you have here.
Yeah, and now they're...
And even they won't answer your question because one wants to find love and then they died. The other is just a bunch of army and they died. And the one's just a scientist and they died.
so sad.
How will this new Coco die? I don't know.
And please, please, give me a Chow Garden. Some
No.
form,
No.
variation. I'll even settle for a gotcha Chow game on mobile. I'm that desperate. Sego, you'll print a lot of money.
It's not that serious.
You'll print a lot of money.
Bro, it's not that serious. You're not wrong though. They would print a lot of money if they just
Literally,
had
it's literally.
I'm pretty
literally
sure
Pokemon,
fishing
bro.
alone is why Frontier sold.
Yeah, it's literally Pokemon. Like, yeah, like there's literally Pokemon, bro. But Sonic. Come on, like you can have the different animals. You have the hero. You have the dark. You have the
You
neutral.
know what?
You can put like
I
an ancient
beam on the Chow
variation.
Garden a lot. It's like I beam on the Chow Garden a lot. I don't mind if you actually bring it back. Just don't like 100% completion behind it. Make it optional.
True. True.
I don't want to be having to waste 20 hours for 9 emblems, my dude.
Come on, bro. Just use a glitch. Use the glitch, bro. Just drop
I
the
still
chaos
gotta be
drive.
in the Chow Garden.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add? Because I know we already covered the DLC. Because that's what I wanted to add. I guess final thoughts of the game. I guess kind of already said that. Unless you want to add more.
I mean, we can start with final thoughts. What you guys got?
Good game. That's it.
Good game. Good foundation.
Good game. Actually keep the foundation, please.
Keep the foundation. Let's not restart the
just
building blocks.
improve it and just improve it.
Improve
and all
it
will be well.
and work from there. Yeah, because I do wish we still lived in the era where we would get a mainline game and then some spin-off game on the side. But I think we're beyond that at this point, unfortunately.
Well, I don't know.
I'm
I
pretty sure
heard
they're
they
still
were
gonna do
trying
that.
to start doing that.
Are they? I mean,
Yeah.
because
That's what I heard.
because-
Don't take it as concrete.
okay,
Yeah.
because I was hoping, like, you know how Mania and how successful that game was. I was like thinking to myself, you know, we could have like the mainline Sonic games. They make what 3 to 5 years to cook one up, and then we just have some spin-offs on the side, like maybe another Mania of original levels, or heck, even like make an Advance 4 or something. Like so many Sonic characters in the cast now. It'd be really cool to see them like in an Advance style game. But no, they have not done that. I'm just
I
shocked.
think they have the means to do it now, because it doesn't have to just be Sonic Team.
Yeah.
Although I think Sonic Team itself actually got more people because of how successful Frontiers was. So
Well,
that
hopefully,
might be something that's happening, but
hopefully
like,
more is better in this case. Cause
yeah.
please.
Because this game as big as Frontiers definitely needed a sizable staff, and I think it was only about 60 people. When a game like this normally would take probably about 200, but
Yeah.
I mean, they have Sega has other studios they could use. They acquired Atlas a couple years back. Atlas has been on fire. Maybe you use them for something. You work with Platinum a lot. Maybe they do something. You have Ryu got Kotaku Studio who just made Monkey Ball come back. and they're
Oh.
still driving with Yakuza, or Like a Dragon as it's now called officially in all regions. So
Oh wait, didn't
maybe
they
you
use,
do something with that.
Didn't they use their Fantasy Star team to help with this one?
I think, yeah, probably some of the PSO2 team actually worked on this. Because
That's
I know
cool.
PSO2 runs on Hedgehog Engine 2.0, but
Where's the Platinum games? Where's the Platinum game? Sonic game?
No, I'm just glad Hedgehog Engine 2.0 is here. I remember like 5 or 6 years ago, like everybody was like memeing or saying like, man, they spent half of Force's time fixing or working on the engine.
because they did.
That's because
did.
there wasn't supposed to be a game at that time.
That's wild.
They like the whole thing was that they were literally just trying to like redo the like fix the engine, like redo the engine. There wasn't supposed to be a game. Fucking higher ups were pressuring them to get a fucking game out.
We need
We're
money.
gonna wait longer for
So-
that.
So they and I know y'all heard like from what Dazuka said before is like
Yeah.
they were like complaining to them because they were like taking too long with Frontiers.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like to them they were taking too long. But it's like, bro, y'all rushing them is why y'all be like not making any kind of money at all.
Look at the reviews. Yeah, first of all, look
Like,
at your money.
literally,
Look at your
the one
money.
time, the one instance where they actually get some sort of time. Granted, it was still rushed, but
Yeah.
enough time to actually push something out. Look where that got you.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I remember I bashed Azuka a lot. I apologize to Azuka, man. Sake of Japan, bro.
No.
These dudes are actually some of the worst freaking corporations on the freaking planet.
That's the unfortunate thing. Like,
Yeah.
we shoot the messenger, right? Because
Yeah, we shoot the
there has to be a messenger, and then the messenger, obviously, they can't bust their higher ups. I mean,
Yeah.
Izuka kind of like low-key, like, you know, said,
Well,
hey,
it's because Suzuka is the person of power. He's the one
Yeah.
who has the title of president, so he's going to be the scapegoat. And I feel
Yeah.
sorry for him, because I
agree.
used to blame him too because he was the president, so it's like, yeah, you should have power. You're the one in charge here, but no. It's just higher ups in Sega Japan that are causing all these problems for him.
yeah,
Yeah. Just like how everybody blamed Kishimoto for a lot of shit.
dang.
I mean, yeah, Kishimoto was definitely getting blamed for a lot of stuff for Forces. And I feel bad for Kishimoto too, because I feel like he does better when he's not tied to Sonic. Frontiers being the outlier. Give us that Rhythm Thief sequel, Sega. You won't let Kishimoto make us that.
I
You know,
just want.
especially like if you give them time, it'll all just give them time.
It's really unfortunate because that just sounds like the thing for a lot of modern games. Just give these people time to make something. Let them
That
cook.
is the problem with a lot
Let
of
them
modern games
cook.
because like most of them just like most of them just make them rush it out and then just go like the whole
Oh, you can patch it.
release it, patch it later because
I
that's
hate
just
this
the
era.
era we live in.
I hate this
Yeah.
era, bro. I miss when it was make it or break it. You know, if your game sucks and you put it on the shelf, it's over. if you put a banger on the shelf and everybody gets it, you're a hit.
Yeah.
Although it sucks, this is the current era we live in. DLC and updates do save a lot of games too. So,
I mean, I think at least this stuff is fine because you can pretty much tell that the extra character stuff wasn't actually planned.
yeah,
So,
and it's free too, which is a big boon.
yeah.
For free.
For free.
Damn, they're fixing our game for free.
Yeah, but my closing thoughts. This was a solid 8 out of 10 game for me. There was a lot of hits versus misses. The future looks promising. There's a lot here. You have the foundation. Please adapt on the foundation.
Yeah.
You say you're listening, but actually put your money where your mouth is and prove to me that that is true.
I just don't want to be back here in like 4 years, right? When the next mainline game's out, and then we're saying, "Yo, please do the foundation." It's really weird because I remember like 2010s, right? Maybe it's different for you guys, but I feel like it was like the rise of like the Sonic community and like YouTube content and all of that stuff. So everybody's like really passionate about Sonic. That game period, obviously we had a few bangers in the 2010s, right? It wasn't all bad like people will say it is. It was getting disheartening like as time went on. It was like, man, you gotta sit here and be like, we love Sonic, but like there's parts of the franchise we don't like, and it's like, oh. And then hopefully, again, I just really hope they do well this time going forward.
Right, because you never want someone to fail.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I want Pokemon to fail, but that's another entirely. That's another story entirely.
Okay, I don't
I'm
want Pokemon
with
to
you on
fail either, but the TBC has to learn somehow.
I just need them to hire somebody else that is a Game Freak. Maybe we'll have something slightly higher quality next time.
What's that? You want slightly better graphics next game? But our land's still gonna look like shit.
Dude, I just can't believe Pokemon is getting away with this. Like, they sent out an objectively buggy game, but they're making millions. They're making millions, bro. If it was any other IP, they're finished. They're gone. Like,
I'm gonna be honest.
goodness, bro.
I'm gonna be real. At least like it's an actual better game than Sword and Shield.
Yeah, at least it's not rock bottom. I know what you're saying, but Sword and Shield was trash.
It's not
And it's
rock
Pokemon.
bottom.
It's gonna sale
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Mario releasing like I don't know Mario
Nintendo
having
games going on sale? No.
no, it's like Mario having an 06 moment and it still fucking sells well.
Yeah, you're right. There's some IPs that you just can't kill.
What game actually went that far? I don't think Mario's
I
actually
don't
went
think
that
Mario has. He hasn't had
Yeah.
a thing like that going that far. But like, imagine if he did.
far. Mario's probably had like an Unleashed or something. I
Uh,
think that might be what Sunshine is to most people, but
but there's also a
Even
lot
that.
of people. There's also a lot of people who like Sunshine. I just
yeah.
Sunshine, in my opinion, is like a controversial thing. There's a lot of people who do like that game though. But I know a lot of people. Who
I don't even know if Unleashes are maybe like Heroes might be more accurate.
Yeah, yeah. Because for
I don't
Mario,
think Sunshine's a bad game. I just don't like Sunshine.
I don't like it either.
Sunshine just bored me.
Yeah.
Actually, I think about it. Technically, Sticker Star.
No, see, I was gonna say
Oh,
Sticker Star,
you know
but
what?
here's the thing. Here's
Yeah.
the thing, though.
You're
This is like-
separating franchises, bro.
It's early 2010s, right? Because like
Mhm.
social media wasn't as big. Like this was back when like what Nintendo Power was still around, I think, or did they? I don't
Oh, it
remember.
was probably just about on the cusp of dying.
Yeah. Gaming, YouTube, and like gaming video essays and all that stuff. It wasn't really big, and I'll always say this because for those who don't know, Sticker Star is my least favorite game of all time. That game's a Trojan horse. Like from the outside, the game looks fine. It's bad like when you start playing it and seeing the problems, especially if you play the other games. So I could see like super early on that game getting like good reception and not getting blasted like it is nowadays.
I mean, that probably was the case.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so probably it dodged a bullet, bro. Like if Sticker Star came out like this year, they'd be dunzo, or maybe not dunzo. They'd probably still make a lot of money, but they get
I mean, look at Origami King.
Or
yeah.
wait, didn't like some of like the spin-offs not sell well for Mario?
Oh yeah,
No, it was the Mario Luigi
Mario and
remix.
Luigi. Not because they're bad, it's just because timing.
Well, people had the problems with Bowser Inside Story DX, but
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, like also the 3DS was on its way out, and people were like, this was the same time when people were saying kill the 3DS. We want the 3DS to die.
I mean, it kind of didn't really have a point considering you had the Switch.
That's fair, but that's probably why I didn't do well in sales either.
And I think Bowser's Inside Story probably would have sold if they actually had developed it for the Switch.
Yeah,
Well,
or
they're good
released
now.
it sooner when the 3DS was thriving.
Well,
Too
how
bad.
much sooner could they released it? Because it came out in 2020, when the Superstar Saga came out like the year before.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Yeah. I forgot about Superstar Saga. They were milking Mario and Luigi on their way out. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And then died.
And then died for it. Yeah. Very sad.
Alpha Dream's song was the Tokyo Olympics game.
Oof.
Think about that. Their song was the Tokyo Olympics game.
Mm.
Gosh.
Guess we ended here. I don't know what else to say about Frontiers. It's kind of off topic.
We're diverting in the water.
The Mario.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the new game Mario Frontiers.
I'm here.
Bro, it's been 5 years since Odyssey came out.
Yo,
Nintendo, what are you doing?
Honestly, I don't know what they're doing for Mario actually, because like what Mario Maker 2, they killed that game off early because they said we're adding DLC. Here's the second update. Goodbye. And then
They
if
put all that. They put it all in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe,
yeah,
which has like none of the actual effort.
And what is it? They released Super Mario or All Star Thin, so like they already re-released the 3D Mario games.
Except for Galaxy 2.
Yeah, except for Galaxy 2. I guess they could do that. 3D World's already out on Switch. And then, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but I think Mario Maker 2 kind of killed 2D Mario for them, because what other game could they make when Mario Maker 2's right there? And they already re-released New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or U. And we already had a Paper Mario game on Switch.
Hey, I stopped them from releasing Splatoon 3 on the same console as Splatoon 2. Mario Maker 3, let's go!
All the spin-off games are getting bad reps, bad publicity, because it's update later, finish game later. Like, they're running out of sport games.
That also because they lack soul.
That too.
Like, none of these have the heart of the GameCube era.
Like dude, what else are gonna do for this year unless they pump out an Odyssey 2? Like, what else do they have for Mario this year? Like, I'm wondering.
Nothing.
Anything. Unless they kill baseball next.
You know what? Bamco's available. They might kill baseball next.
Dude, Mario Strikers is the last straw for me. I still play it every now and then, but like, I'm not buying another Mario Sports game.
I did not buy Strikers.
That's so sad too, because everybody wanted it.
I hate that. Like, I was almost going to until I looked in until the minute I saw who was making this game. I was like, nah, nope. You had me almost for a second.
I'm out
almost.
Almost. There's no Hammer Bro in the Mario Strikers game, bro. What kind of demons?
See, no, that's your first mistake.
Oh no, I remember I was talking with Devin too, and I even called out they're gonna do that fucking like 3 update thing they did with like the golf game and just never do anything else.
And they did it.
Like what they did.
They did it. Beta Cox. I am curious what Mario's gonna do this year, cause like they have to get a Mario game out, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like you're due for a Melee game.
Yeah, they are.
What you did for Bowser's Fury is going to be the future of 3D Mario, but you haven't done anything.
They could be cooking back there. Who knows?
Yeah.
What were they cooking?
Dude, I forgot about Bowser's Fury. That was like early 2019, right? Was that early 2020?
It was 2020, yeah.
That was 2020? Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going off. I think we should just end it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next time we're probably gonna talk about, I guess when the DLC is out. Yeah, I was trying to edit it last week, but I got swamped and all that stuff. But yeah, we'll go back to Archie soon. I'll do like the threads and stuff for whatever we do next, and then because I'm down to talk about Archie again because Ian Flynn's in like the game late now, so
yeah,
we need to talk about Archie again.
I mean, where we're at is still like deep in the Penders era, but
True. I can't wait to
Get me out of here. Get us out of here.
We're in it for a one hole.
Peak. What's a peak now, matey?
We can't get to the peak without being at the bottom first.
Or we could just skip.
I mean, no.
I don't think anybody will complain.
No, we can't skip. We gotta talk about like Circle Issue 120. Where all the nonsense happens.
We talk about the aliens, the millions of Chaos Emeralds in outer space.
Bro, I'm not letting you rob me talking about Mammoth Vocal for the first time.
But yeah, thank you again, Shad, Ice, and Pika. I know he's been gone for a while for discussing with me. It was fun. But what's up?
Did we ever finish the Smash shit?
We have not.
Shoot.
I can try to bring that up again at some point too. I'll hit you guys up whenever I got time.
Oh boy, I can't wait to talk about a game I haven't touched in like 2 years.
I mean, you've played enough Smash to like at least remember what they do, so you're fine.
I mean, yeah, I've played the characters, but gosh, I have not gone back to that game. If I'm touching my Switch for anything, it's probably Splatoon.
Fair enough. Okay, we're ending the video here. It says like 3 hours or 2 hours and 58 minutes of my recording. But yeah, that does it for this discussion video. So thank you all for watching, and sayonara.
Don't watch ever again.
Sonic is good again. Rejoice!
Wow.
Sonic's bad. Don't listen to him.
It's good. It's good.